It's Friday, April 17th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, a landlord's tale, an inside look at another aspect to the affordable housing issue. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And did you get your ticket yet? Tonight is the early bird deadline for the QE2 home lottery. We take a tour of the stunning $1.4 million home in Oakville Park and find out how the lottery is transforming healthcare in Nova Scotia.
Plus, one-on-one with a heavy hitter. Suzette meets Blue Jays legend José Bautista. All that and so much more just ahead on the Friday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Hey, good morning, Atlantic Canada. It is 6:01, 6:31 if you're in Newfoundland and parts of Labrador. And yes, I'm Brianne Foley. I'm here today because our very own Crystal Garrett is on location in that beautiful QE2 home.
Oh,
I can't wait to see it.
I know. What a dream it would be to win that home.
Honestly, though. Wow. Yes. Absolutely stunning.
Stunning. And I know it is a great assignment for Crystal, too, because she, like, we all love the show Home, but she especially does. It's like a kid in a candy store.
Yes.
And you can't help but just dream when you're in those places, hence why they're called a dream home.
Yes.
So throughout the morning for our Friday show, she's going to be reporting live on location.
She sure is.
From inside, all the important details you need to know, especially to get those tickets.
Honestly, and I can't wait to see it. Like this is like honestly one of my favorite moments for us to see inside the home and see all of the nooks and crannies, and it's always the shoelaces for me, like the closet.
I know.
Like, you know, like
the
that's
little
like
details. Whoa.
Every
even
single
like
time.
the cabinets that close quietly, like you can't slam them, or just like automatically slow down.
And the kitchen. I always want to see the kitchen. That's like that for me is the
Walk-in
dream.
Pantry.
Yeah. Barbecue, because the weather's getting nicer.
It is. We're starting to see that warmer air move back in. Woohoo! Yes, very exciting news. So a little bit cooler to start, but we're already seeing those temperatures warm up. Above seasonal daytime highs headed our way. But it is a bit of a wet start to the day. Keep that in mind when you are heading out early this morning. As you can see here over in Lunenburg, it is going to be a bit wet. So we have a few showers tracking across parts of Atlantic Canada, a bit of snow for parts of for Labrador, I should say. And as you can see here, 7 degrees starting off your day in Fredericton, 6 in Charlottetown, 4 early this morning in Halifax, 2 degrees in Sydney, -1 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Still seeing the wind chill factor in. Just a bit cooler for Newfoundland and Labrador early this morning, but temperatures will rise over there as well. And we will be seeing sunshine into the afternoon as some of this active weather starts to clear out. So a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms early this morning for parts of the Maritime region. Showers and or flurries for parts of Newfoundland. Snow will start to clear out of Labrador, and we will be seeing pockets of sunshine into the afternoon. In terms of the wind, it will be a bit of a breezy day ahead. As of right now, 28 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 22 in Edmundston, 17 in Halifax with 13 in Greenwood. Only 1 wind gust at this time, getting up to 43 in Edmundston. I'll let you know when that wet weather will clear out, when sunshine returns. First, we have local news with Amanda.
Thank you so much, Latavia. For the most part, you'll be paying a little less to fill up at Maritime pumps. In Nova Scotia Zone 1, price of gas did not change. It rests at $1.78.7 a litre. Meantime, diesel slipped by 1.1 cents. The minimum price in the Halifax area now $2.11.2. In PEI, gas fell by 3.4 cents a litre. The minimum price now $1.86.8. The biggest drop was for diesel on the island. It fell by 12.7 cents. The minimum price now $2.24.1 a litre. And in New Brunswick, gas decreased by 3.6 cents. The maximum price now $1.80.8. And the only increase on the board is diesel. In New Brunswick, it's up by 1.9 cents. This is after falling yesterday. The maximum price now $2.25 a litre. Important information for commuters in Halifax. One of the harbour bridges will be closed to all traffic this weekend. The McDonald Bridge will be closed beginning tonight at 8 p.m. and it won't reopen until Monday at 5:30 a.m. Halifax Harbour Bridges says it's for maintenance work on the Halifax Tower. The bridge's pedestrian walkway and bike lane, those two will also be closed. Free transit tickets are being offered for those commuters. Meantime, the McKay Bridge will remain open. A landlord in Cape Breton is speaking out after one of his apartment units was ruined by former tenants.
That's the piles of garbage waiting to go. We've seen some of the rooms. Let's go in the bathroom.
Dana Reed has been renting out apartments in the Sydney area for 10 years. The state of this unit has left him with big repairs and a bigger cleanup bill that he says will cost him at least a couple of $1,000s to fix. He says 2 people were tenants for 2 years, but says as many as 5 people were living in the apartment at any given time.
A lot of people speculate that they're on drugs and that. No, these people were not. They work full time. They both work 40 hours a week. And yeah, they just don't clean anything.
He says he's not interested in the hassle of filing a claim against his evicted tenants, but wants people to know what some landlords have to deal with. Now to a healthcare success story. A program to encourage more people to become paramedics in New Brunswick is being extended. The province has been offering money to students to fill vacancies, and the strategy is working. The goal is to recruit and retain more frontline healthcare professionals that are desperately needed.
The province's ambulance service is facing significant challenges and human resource shortages with 300 vacant positions today.
The students that are graduating are prepared to meet those challenges, but we also ensure they're aware that they are human. They need to seek the help if they need it.
The program is open to students from 6 approved training programs in the Maritimes who make the commitment to stay in the province and work for Ambulance New Brunswick after graduation. Finally, it was a big night for Maritime sports fans in downtown Halifax last night.
Let's celebrate tonight, 53 years. Please welcome Olympic World Champion Jennifer.
The annual Desjardins Sports Charity Dinner is always hugely popular. This year, no exception, with more than 1,000 people converging on the Halifax Convention Centre. Along with an amazing meal, the event features a silent auction with an incredible sports memorabilia up for grabs. As usual, too, the celebrities, that was a big draw, including 3-time Olympic hockey gold medalist Jennifer Botterill and wrestling legend Bret the Hitman Hart. Rod Black also returned as MC.
Well, I've always called this the biggest and best sports dinner in Canada, and I'm lucky enough to go to a lot of them across Canada, but here in Halifax, this is the biggest and best. There is no doubt, and they have a lot of fun. It's a fundraiser, but it's also a fundraiser for Kings Meadow Home, and this home in Windsor, Nova Scotia, has been funded by the Progress Club through the years, and it has helped change lives for so many of the residents who are there. This club has such a huge heart, and not only do they do events like this and they raise money, but they bring in special people like my friend. Come on in. Here he is. Look who's in Halifax.
What's going on?
José Bautista.
What's up, Rod?
Hey, so what do you think so far?
This is great. What an unbelievable event. The production here is unbelievable. Look at all these great individuals here, a big part of the community, and the work that they do and give back. It's amazing. I've learned a lot in the last couple of days, and I'm so proud to be a part of this thing.
We're so proud of you. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to flip a bat. How about flipping this mic over to me? Here, take the mic and give me a little flip. Ready?
Let's see.
Okay, ready? There we go.
Okay, by the way, CTV's Suzette Valley-Boat, she got to chat with José Bautista, and what a conversation it was. You have to wait until 8:45 a.m. and we're going to share that segment. Now, this event is hosted by the Canadian Progress Club, Halifax, and supports their charities, including Kings Meadow, Progress Place, Special Olympics Nova Scotia, and more. CTV is proud to be a media partner for the event as well.
Yes, such a great event. If you've never been to it, so fun. Such great speakers.
It was amazing. We were up late.
We were up late. Yes, we were.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
Oh, I could imagine. Yeah, looked great.
Every single time. All right. Do you wash your fruit with water?
Yeah. Yes, preferably. Yes.
Okay, well, researchers say there's a better way to wash your fruit.
Okay.
All right. Scientists at UBC have come up with a formula for a fruit washing solution, and it's a combination of starch, tannic acid, and iron. The wash is said to be effective at removing pesticides and keep produce fresh. So it's also cheap and easy to scale up.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Instead of just...
My mother always used to do vinegar.
I was gonna say.
Yes.
A mom friend of mine, she
Yeah.
does that too. She uses vinegar and water.
Or lemon, because lemon juice also does honestly the same thing and keeps it natural and fresh.
Yeah. My grandma uses lemon too.
See?
Yeah.
All the things.
There's
so
like,
many
water
tricks.
is not enough. I'm like, well, at least I'm doing something.
At least you rinse it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, stand by. We're going to have your first look at your national and international news headlines on this Friday morning. And Latavia has the forecast. Just how warm is it going to get today? Pretty warm, we think. So then, pretty calm conditions in Moncton this morning. Taking a live look at the Petitcodiac River. We will be right back after this.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 6:13. Taking a look at our current temperatures. Not too bad starting off the day. Temperatures are going to rise into the afternoon for our daytime highs. As of right now, 7 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton, 6 in Charlottetown with 4 degrees in Halifax, 3 currently at Sydney, -9 in Labrador City, and -1 starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. We do have some active weather tracking across the region early this morning. Periods of snow for much of Labrador, snow and or rain for parts of Newfoundland, and then into the Maritime region, showers early this morning with a risk of thunderstorms. So into the afternoon, we start to see this system break down and clear out. For parts of New Brunswick, looking at sunshine into the afternoon, really warm daytime highs nearing 20 degrees for New Brunswick. And then for Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, we are going to see warmer daytime highs above seasonal as well, but a cloudier day is ahead. Still holding on to showers for the Tri-County area. For Newfoundland and Labrador, still seeing some active weather that will continue to clear out as we head towards this evening. Into the overnight hours, a few clouds remain, a few showers for parts of southern Nova Scotia. That will clear into early Saturday morning. We have a lovely, beautiful, sunny day ahead for Saturday. Temperatures still remaining seasonal or above seasonal for our daytime highs. If you're wondering about snowfall totals, looking at around 2 to 5 centimeters for parts of Labrador, 2 to 5 as well for parts of Newfoundland. And then for our rainfall outlook, going to remain quite light in its activity, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs are heating up. They're going to range from 13 to 19 degrees, being the warmest into Fredericton. A few light showers starting off your day, clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. For Prince Edward Island, showers clear, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. Daytime highs will range from 7 to 10 degrees today. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, another warmer day ahead. We are going to see daytime highs warming to 4 to 13 degrees, being the warmest into Amherst. A few showers, a risk of thunderstorms clearing out, leaving cloudy skies. For the rest of Nova Scotia, daytime highs will range from 13 to 17 degrees, being the warmest into Shelburne. Showers and a risk of thunderstorms early this morning, clearing out, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. And then for Labrador City, a high of -2. We do have periods of snow early on that will clear out into the mid to late afternoon, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Showers continue across St. John's, Newfoundland, with a high of 6. Saturday's forecast, we start to see those clouds clear out into the afternoon. Lots of sunshine for all 3 maritime provinces. Seeing lots of sunshine for Newfoundland as well. Bit of flurry activity starts to move into parts of Labrador. And then into Saturday night, we do see showers moving back in. It's a low chance of showers, but that will continue. A wet day ahead on Sunday. Showers remaining for much of the maritime region. Temperatures warming up yet again above seasonal for our daytime highs. And that will take us into Monday's forecast, another wet day ahead. That's a look at weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. The U.S. president is claiming another victory, announcing an immediate 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, while adding he hopes Hezbollah, quote, acts nicely and behaves well.
We're going to be meeting with Bibi Netanyahu, as you know, and the president of Lebanon. And I had a great talk with both of them today. They're going to be having a ceasefire, and that'll include Hezbollah.
Donald Trump says those talks could happen over the next week or two. Israeli troops will remain in Lebanon. Ongoing attacks on the region have been a key sticking point in maintaining a ceasefire with Iran. A Canadian grandfather who spent more than 2 months in a Florida ICE detention center is back in Montreal. Douglas Dixon tells CTV's Judy Trin more about how the last-ditch efforts to prevent his deportation failed.
An unintended homecoming for Douglas Dixon, warm but forced after being deported from the U.S.
Family and friends, that means everything. That's the support that got me through this.
Dixon has not lived in Montreal since 2005. Now he'll be couch surfing until he gets a job and can afford a place of his own.
We're going to have what we called la garde partagée. His sister will have him for a little bit, I'll have him for a little bit.
Dixon spent 65 days in immigration detention centers, including the notorious Alligator Alcatraz, where he was housed with 32 people in a cage. By the time he landed in Canada, he had lost 18 pounds. Dixon was arrested by ICE for unpaid taxes. 4 years ago, his smoothie cafe shut down during the pandemic. In 2022, he pled guilty to tax evasion. Dixon was making monthly payments, but still owed $12,000.
He was blindsided, and in my opinion, he was a victim.
His hockey teammates wrote letters to the judge vouching for his character and offered to pay off his debt.
What could we done? Well, we would, hey, let's have a GoFundMe. Let's have a charity hockey game to help out Dougie.
But it was too late. Under U.S. law, defrauding the government of more than $10,000 is considered an aggravated felony and grounds for removal. Dixon, who has a green card, is now banned from the U.S., separated from his wife, his children, and grandkids.
My wife is obviously going to follow her husband, and my son said, Dad, I can't believe what this country has done to you. I'm not staying. I'm coming back also.
At 61 years old, Douglas Dixon is now forced to rebuild his life in a city he left 2 decades ago.
CTV's Judy Trin reporting. Amazon's new fuel surcharge takes effect today. To have Amazon pick, pack, and deliver their goods, sellers will pay a 3.5% surcharge. The online retailer says it felt the charge was necessary to help cover their rising fuel costs. A break now here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we will have your top business headlines on this Friday morning, plus your must-see moment from TSN. That's next.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100.
Very interesting. But now, time to check in with our friends at TSN Sports Center for today's must-see moment.
Hi, everyone. Mark Rowe inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Thursday. Before we head to the Motor City with the Tigers taking on the Royals. Bottom 7, Dylan Dingler hits one deep to right center. And check out Kyle Isbell from the Royals getting on his horse and making a great sliding catch just before the wall. Also nearly taken out by his teammate. A great catch by Isbell to take away extra bases. That web jam is your must-see moment from Thursday. And Friday on TSN, we've got NBA play-in action as the Warriors battle the Suns for the 8th seed in the West. Coverage begins at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 Pacific. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
Now we'll take a look at your business headlines from our colleagues over at BNN.
Statistics Canada is reporting a big jump in the purchase of zero-emission vehicles in February. New vehicle sales were actually down about 1% that month, year over year, to just over 124,000. But more than 12,600 of them were zero emission, and that's a 47% increase from February of last year. It coincides with the start of a federal program that gives cash back to Canadians for these purchases. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to $72.98. West Texas Intermediate is up more than $3 to $91.17. Western Canadian Select hasn't moved much. It's at $70.41. And the TSX lost 103 points today. Those are your business headlines. I'm Morella Fernandez.
Taking a look at our weekend forecast, starting off in New Brunswick, a high of 17 degrees today. Isolated showers will clear, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. A high of 13 degrees on Saturday, mainly sunny skies, evening showers. And then on Sunday, 13 degrees yet again. Showers start off the day. Into the afternoon and evening, we'll start to see showers and or flurries for parts of the province. Nova Scotia is looking at a high of 13 degrees today. Showers and risk of thunderstorms will clear, leaving cloudy skies. 10 degrees on Saturday. Mainly sunny skies for much of the province. For the southern region, showers start into the afternoon. Showers for the rest of the province into the evening. On Sunday, 12 degrees and wet weather continues. Prince Edward Island, 9 degrees today. Showers will clear out into the afternoon, leaving cloudy skies. Mainly sunny on Saturday with a high of 9 yet again. Evening showers. A wet day ahead on Sunday, 16 degrees. Isolated showers, but that will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud.
Coming up this half hour, the Move Morning Chat. Today we want to know, what is your hometown famous for? It's a chance for you to share some hometown pride with us coming up later in this half hour.
Hey, happy Friday. It's just about to turn 6:30. It is April 17th. We have Brianne Foley joining us this morning. Crystal Garrett is live on location.
Exciting.
Very exciting. So in the next few hours, she's just going to be joining us live from the QE2 Grand Prize Lottery Show home.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Just from the images alone, it's beautiful.
Stunning.
Yeah, they've got their cameras all set up, ready to go. We're doing the final checks, and we can't wait to bring you that segment.
And then you get to see what you could win.
Yeah. You could be looking at your future
your home.
Oh, I wish.
I know.
Yeah.
Honestly, dream big. Dream big or go home.
Exactly.
Listen, I love to buy those tickets for those kinds of things anywhere, because I think, well, you know what, I'm supporting a good cause.
Exactly.
And if I win,
It's true.
It's just a bonus.
An added bonus, yeah.
It's an added bonus, but it does go to a great cause. So, will they have lovely weather for that showing today?
Well, you know, it's going to be wet to start, but they will be seeing showers clear out a little bit later on. For Port de Grave, today we're looking at sunshine for parts of the province as cloud coverage starts to clear out. So today we're looking at really warm daytime highs headed our way above seasonal for much of the region. -1 in St. John's, Newfoundland as of right now. 3 degrees in Sydney, 4 in Halifax with 6 in Charlottetown, 7 degrees starting off your day in Fredericton, and -9 in Labrador City. Not seeing the wind chill factor in this morning for the Maritime region, but for Newfoundland and Labrador, still starting off a bit cooler, but temperatures expected to rise into the afternoon for our daytime highs. For much of Newfoundland, though, we do have a bit of shower activity and or flurries starting off the day. Snow across much of Labrador. That will continue to move out into the afternoon. And for the Maritime region, showers this morning, a risk of thunderstorms clearing out, sunny breaks for parts of the Maritime region into the afternoon. In terms of the wind, it's going to be a bit breezy today, but tapering off into the afternoon. As of right now, 20 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 15 in Moncton and Charlottetown, 13 in St. John, New Brunswick. Wind gusts getting up to 46 right now in Edmundston. We'll take a look at your weekend forecast just ahead. First, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. This message is for commuters in Halifax. Important to note, one of the harbor bridges will be closed to all traffic this weekend. The McDonald will be closed beginning tonight, Friday, at 8 p.m., and it won't reopen until Monday at 5:30 a.m. Halifax Harbor Bridges says it's for maintenance work on the Halifax Tower. It's important to note, too, the bridge's pedestrian walkway and bike lane will also be closed. Free transit tickets are being offered for those commuters. Meantime, the McKay Bridge will remain open all weekend. For the most part, you will be paying a little less to fill up at pumps here in the Maritimes. In Nova Scotia Zone 1, price of gas, it didn't change. It rests at $1.78.7 a litre. But diesel in Nova Scotia fell by 1.1 cents. The minimum price in the Halifax area now $2.11.2. In PEI, gas fell by 3.4 cents a litre. The minimum price $1.86.8. The biggest drop was for diesel on the island. It fell by 12.7 cents. The minimum price now $2.24.1 a litre. And in New Brunswick, gas decreased by 3.6 cents. The maximum price now $1.80.8. And now to the only increase on the board, diesel in New Brunswick. It's up by 1.9 cents. The maximum price now $2.25 a litre. A man charged with first-degree murder in the death of a Moncton woman made a brief court appearance Thursday morning. Devlin O'Blennis has been charged with first-degree murder in the death of Melissa Price. The body of the 39-year-old was found in a garbage bin in the city back in February. O'Blennis hasn't entered a plea. His lawyer told court the disclosure process has yet to begin, and the case was adjourned until May. Leandra Beaulieu, the other person charged with first-degree murder in the case, is also due back in court next month. Police in Amherst have charged 3 people with first-degree murder following a shooting in the town earlier this week, but only 2 of them are in custody. 2 Monktonians, 56-year-old Sean Eugene Patrick Quinn and 42-year-old Natasha Deborah Austin, were arrested by Kodiak RCMP after warrants were issued Thursday morning. According to police, Chris Leggett died from a single gunshot wound to the lower back after an altercation with 3 suspects. 34-year-old Michael James Ryan is also wanted in the case. He's still at large. Amherst police believe he's actively evading officers. Anyone with information on Ryan's whereabouts is asked to report it as soon as possible, but police say do not approach him personally. School kids and hospital patients in Nova Scotia could soon get an apple a day. Literally, the province is picking the local crop for lunches and snacks. And as CTV's Vanessa Wright tells us, it's a sweet deal for growers, too.
Soon enough, these crisp, crunchy ambrosias will make their way into schools, hospitals, even correctional facilities in Nova Scotia.
Just because it doesn't make it to the grocery store doesn't mean it's not valuable and useful to a farmer and for people to eat. So this is a really good example of putting those seconds to good work and having them accessible to Nova Scotians.
Before today, this rural food hub processed about 30 cases of apples per day. Thanks to new technology, workers can now generate as many as 300 per day. The province partnered with more than 50 fruit growers, putting the healthy snack on the lunch menu for students.
Now, when we show students where it comes from, they think about it when they're in school. When we have the school lunch program, which we're so proud of, we're putting local food in as part of that program. So kids have that awareness, and it's definitely a win-win.
Local fruit growers say it was the obvious choice for an abundance of apples that would have otherwise gone to waste.
One of the challenges of being in agriculture is you grow for a fresh market, but you have lots of product and produce that doesn't necessarily meet the grade standards that you can sell to a grocery store. So it's essential in agriculture to have those secondary markets for things like pies, juice, applesauce, and as we see today, sliced apples.
It's a step closer to the province's goal of having 20% of food used in public institutions sourced locally, and after today, even more nutritious. Vanessa Wright, CTV News.
The way Vanessa said ambrosia, apple crisp ambrosia, I'm like, oh, yeah, that does sound nice.
Sign me up.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
We love it. We always love it. We always love food on this show.
Yes, we do.
In any way, shape, or form. Anyways, in case you missed it, this is one way to deal with pests. Yeah, that is a humanoid robot named Edward chasing a herd of wild boars in Poland.
What?
Yeah, so the robot was also shouting, "Go away," in Polish, and the hogs wanted no part of it. This isn't actually the first time Edward has gotten attention in Poland. He also made an appearance in their House of Parliament and appeared on some morning shows there.
This feels
Not gonna lie, if he was running towards me, I would run too.
Yeah, and yell, go away and pull it. But I
wouldn't know what he's saying. Yeah, what he's saying, but I'd just run.
I would be like the hogs. Yeah.
Exactly.
100% of the time. Yeah.
Very effective.
Very effective.
Maybe that hometown is famous for Edward.
Maybe.
Is that what that was the
Edward.
robot's name?
Yep.
Edward? Yeah,
Edward.
maybe that's what it is. Coming up, we're going to have the Move Morning Chat because we want to know, what's your hometown famous for?
Is it famous for Edward?
Awesome. Maybe it is. Maybe it's famous for hogs coming in. Who knows? Maybe you got a deer problem and you're famous for that. Give us a glimpse into the glory of your upbringing. That conversation on the other side of this break.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 6:41. We're taking a live look at St. John. 5 degrees starting off your day. We are expecting periods of rain early this morning. We'll clear out. You'll be seeing cloudy skies for the remainder. We are going to see temperatures rise above seasonal for our daytime highs. As of right now, it is 7 degrees out outdoors in Fredericton, 6 over in Charlottetown, 4 degrees in Halifax with 3 degrees in Sydney, -1 in St. John's, Newfoundland. Active weather right across Atlantic Canada early this morning at least. We're seeing periods of snow for much of Labrador, looking at flurries and or showers for much of Newfoundland. For the Maritime region, showers, a risk of thunderstorms that will continue to clear out. Clouds will clear out as well, leaving some sunshine across much of New Brunswick and seeing a cloudier afternoon for much of the Maritimes. We do have a bit of shower activity holding on to the southern region of Nova Scotia. Other than that, still seeing some active weather in both Newfoundland and Labrador, clearing out for this evening. Just a few clouds returning. Fog will develop into the overnight hours yet again for the Maritime region, and we are going to see a beautiful sunny day ahead for Saturday's forecast. If you're wondering about snowfall totals, seeing an additional 2 to 5 centimeters across parts of Labrador and Newfoundland. And then for our rainfall outlook, going to remain quite trace for all 3 maritime provinces and seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters of additional precipitation for parts of Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, temperatures are heating up today. They're going to range from 14 to 19 degrees, being the warmest into Fredericton. Showers start off the day clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud for much of the province. Prince Edward Island, highs between 7 to 10. Showers clear, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. Same thing goes for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia. Showers, a risk of thunderstorms clearing, leaving cloudy skies. Daytime highs ranging from 4 to 12 degrees, 13 being the warmest into Amherst. For the rest of Nova Scotia, daytime highs will warm above seasonal as well. Looking at around 12 to 17 degrees being the warmest into Shelburne. Showers start off your day with a risk of thunderstorms clearing out into the afternoon, though, leaving cloudy skies. For Labrador City, a high of -2 degrees. We are going to see periods of snow start off the day, clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud late into the afternoon. 6 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland. Showers expected throughout your day today. Saturday's forecast, lots of sunshine across much of Atlantic Canada. Going to see above seasonal daytime highs for many areas as well. We do have a bit of flurry activity tracking across parts of Labrador. Other than that, though, into the evening hours, showers are expected to return. That will take us into a wet day ahead on Sunday with temperatures above seasonal yet again. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to the Move Morning Chat.
It's the Move Morning Chat with Aaron and Peter, and on this Friday, we're going to talk about what is your hometown famous for, and I want to know, Peter, what Parsboro is famous for.
Well, this one's going to be a little controversial right out of the gate, okay?
Okay.
Because for as long as I have been alive, as long as I can remember, way back before that, Parsboro has always been famous for the world's highest tides. And they are spectacular. They really are beautiful. Now, a couple of different spots in the Bay of Fundy also claim to have the world's highest tides, but I'm not willing to give it up. Then, just in the past year, this tiny community in northern Quebec has also claimed the world's highest tides. And I have to be honest, scientifically, yes. But they're really hard to get to and really hard to see their highest tides. So I'm holding on to it. My town is famous for the world's highest tides.
The highest and most accessible tides.
Someone in New Brunswick's going to write to us and say, wait, hold on, my hometown, Peter.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Most
Just like,
picturesque.
yeah. Oh yeah. Wow.
I love it. All right. Well, my hometown is, I was born in Calgary, Alberta, and we're known for a few things like the Calgary Stampede. But I want to talk about how we're famous for a specific invention. And that is, we are the founders of the classic Caesar cocktail, which is a Canadian.
Oh.
Okay, so it was invented in Calgary in 1969 by a bartender at a hotel, the Calgary Inn. It's now the Westin Hotel. And he created the drink with, vodka, clamato juice, Worcestershire, which I can never say correctly,
Yes.
and some sort of spices, right? And actually, I was wondering, I'm like, how did he come up with this? What was the purpose? Peter, you'll find this interesting. He was actually creating the drink to celebrate the opening of some new Italian restaurant in Calgary. And you're thinking Caesar and an Italian restaurant, what the heck? He was trying to create similar flavors to a spaghetti dish, I guess, with the clamato.
Oh, so maybe a linguine, with clams kind of thing,
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. So there you go. We're known for inventing the classic Canadian Caesar cocktail.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
To go with your cocktail, I'm going to go to my hometown of Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia. And to match with it, I'm going to give you a sub, and not just any sub, Kaiser's sub and sandwiches on Sackville Drive. And we have another Sackville girl walking by, hearing me mention it, who is raising the roof because she loves Kaiser's. In fact, even in our newsroom, if we hear that someone's going to be doing something in Lower Sackville, they ask if they can take a Kaiser's sub order. But they're also celebrating 50 years. This is a small business on Sackville Drive that has stood the test of time. So if you're ever in Lower Sackville, definitely stop by Kaiser's. It is a small little sandwich shop, and it is like standing the test of time.
Okay, well, I'm going to take you all the way to Southern Ontario, to Essex County, where I'm from. I'm actually technically born in Leamington Hospital. So Leamington is the tomato capital of Canada.
What?
Might it be the tomato capital of the world? I'm not sure, but it is famous for its tomatoes. So it kind of related to your Caesar story there, Erin.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, so tomato capital of the world. It's that area where I'm from, I'm from a farm, so not technically from any town, but very much like the Annapolis Valley of Ontario, like tons of very rich soil, and you can really grow anything there. So, yeah.
You know what? To spark more debate, I wonder who's going to say who's famous for their lobster more, Shediac or Barrington? Nova Scotia, New Brunswick.
Those are fighting words,
I don't
Amanda.
know. I don't know. So we're asking you at home, what is your hometown? And what is it famous for? Send us a text at 10400, and we will share your answers at the end of our 8 o'clock hour.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
The opinions expressed in this segment are solely those of the commentator. They do not purport to reflect the opinions or views of this station, CTV News, Bell Media, or its employees.
And suddenly, Canada has a majority government. Okay, it wasn't exactly sudden. It took the combination of 5 floor crossings and 3 federal by-elections over a period of several months to give Mark Carney effective control of Parliament. There's been no shortage of grumbling, mostly from those who don't support the Liberals, that this is not how the system is supposed to work, that it is somehow anti-democratic for Mark Carney to cobble together the majority he was denied by a thread in last year's general election. But that's not the case. Under the current rules, this is exactly how Parliament is supposed to work. And that's the way it's worked for centuries. The person and party that command the confidence of the House govern as they see fit. Yes, Mark Carney engineered a majority in this case, but bear in mind, a government elected with a narrow majority in a general election could lose control of Parliament in exactly the same way. 1 floor crossing, 1 by-election at a time. All of that said, it may well be time to change the rules as they pertain to floor crossings. It's one thing for voters to knowingly tip the balance of power in a by-election, but something again for individual MPs to choose to reshape the government for their own reasons, which may or may not represent the wishes of the people they represent. Their voters should be consulted. if it's too cumbersome or costly to have a by-election every time a member crosses the floor, we could require all floor crossers to resign and reoffer as soon as another vacancy triggers a by-election in another riding. Such a rule would have resulted in 7 by-elections this week, the results of which might well have produced an outcome other than what we have now, or maybe not. But at least tens of thousands of voters, and not a handful of politicians, would have made the decision. I'm Steve Murphy.
All right, time now for your entertainment headlines. For that, we turn our attention over to Hollywood.
God willing, we'll all meet again in Spaceballs 2 to search for more money.
May the Schwartz be with you. At long last, the sequel to Mel Brooks' 1987 sci-fi parody Spaceballs is ready. But unlike the prediction Brooks made in the first film, it won't be called The Search for More Money. The official title is Spaceballs, the new one, and it'll hit theaters April 23rd, 2027, with Brooks, Rick Moranis, Josh Gad, Keke Palmer, and more.
How did you like the chocolate factory, Charlie?
I think it's the most wonderful place in the whole world.
Get ready to return to the Wonkaverse, a new animated film called Charlieverse: The Chocolate Factory, a sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's coming to Netflix in 2027. In the movie, Wonka faces off against a teenage Charlie when he returns to his factory after years in jail.
Rocky, do you believe that America is the land of opportunity?
Yet another movie classic is returning to theaters, Rocky 50, a remastered version of Sylvester Stallone's Oscar-winning 1976 film, hits theaters November 7th, with a bonus, a sneak peek of I Play Rocky, a documentary about the making of the movie that opens November 20th. And happy birthday to actor Sean Bean. He turns 67 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News.
What's old is new again in entertainment news. Happening now in local news. The McDonald Bridge in Halifax will be closed for the weekend. That closure starts tonight and it won't reopen until early Monday morning. This includes the pathway for pedestrians and cyclists as well. Details just ahead. Plus, at the pumps this Friday morning, for the most part, you'll be paying slightly less to fill up, though prices are still quite high. And on that note, electric vehicles, those sales have dipped over the last several years, but a new data suggests drivers are reconsidering. Details just ahead, but first, it's the 3-day forecast with Latavia.
Thanks, Amanda. Starting off in New Brunswick, getting up to 17 degrees today. Isolated showers will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Sunshine continues in the forecast on Saturday with a high of 13. Showers return into the evening. And then on Sunday, 13 degrees yet again for your daytime highs. Showers across the province into the evening, showers and or flurries. Nova Scotia looking at a high of 13 degrees. Showers with the risk of thunderstorms clearing out, leaving cloudy skies. 10 degrees on Saturday. Sunshine for much of the province. We will be seeing showers into the afternoon for the southern region, clearing out. But then into the evening, a low chance of showers across the province. 12 degrees on Sunday with wet weather. Prince Edward Island, 9 degrees. Showers will clear, leaving cloudy skies. Sunshine returns in the forecast on Saturday with evening showers. Isolated showers set off the day on Sunday, clear out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 16.
It's Friday, April 17th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, maintenance work. The McDonald Bridge will be closed to all traffic this weekend. That closure begins tonight. We'll have details just ahead in your news headlines.
And elevated decor. Crystal heads the QE2 Home Lottery Grand Prize Oakfield show home to learn more about the inspiration behind the design. Those stories and so much more coming up on this half hour of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. Time now is 7 o'clock. Those images, stunning. Stunning. Wow.
Well, stand by, because
well,
as you may notice, we have Brienne Foley in studio because our own Crystal Garrett is live on location at the QE2 Home Lottery Grand Prize show home in Oakfield. Crystal, it looks like a beautiful place to be.
Oh my gosh, ladies, good morning to you. Let me show you around my home away from home for the day. Now, this $1.4 million grand prize show home could be yours, especially today's the day to get your ticket. Today is the early bird prize deadline for the Fiji trip, an Audi, plus this home and the $1.6 million grand prize show home in Fall River. And both of those homes come with $25,000. And by the way, the Audi Fiji trip, you could, instead of that, if you felt like it, you could take $200,000 cash. So today's the day for your chance to win all of that, plus a whack ton of other fantastic prizes. And all of the proceeds from the QE2 home lottery are helping transform healthcare in Nova Scotia. So today's the day. Now, this house is beautiful. As you can see, it's so cozy. When you step in, you immediately feel at home. I love how beautifully it's decorated by Joanna at Lane & Co. She's going to be actually talking with us in a little bit to tell us about the inspiration, giving us a bit of a tour. But ladies, do you like what you see?
Oh, I love it. The kitchen. Crystal, it's stunning.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I love the kitchen, and we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive in that. But behind me, you can kind of see the faucet alone is worth the price of admission. It's just so beautiful, and it just feels so nice on the hand. That thing is a sprayer. Like it's an apron sink. Like, I'm basically ready to move in, but this is not my house.
I mean, it suits you, but we get it.
And buy my ticket. Yeah, no, it's lovely. Wait till you see the rest of it. Anyway, that's coming up, and yeah, today we have put the QE2 Home Lottery website on ours, so you can get your ticket before the deadline. Because today's the day you get max prize for your value today.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, Crystal, thank you so much. Reporting live from Oakfield, Nova Scotia. We're going to be checking in with Crystal throughout the morning. We also have that tour coming up, too, later this half hour. You know what I would like to do this morning? I like to get a nice cup of coffee or tea, look at that huge bay window that we see.
The same thing.
And see, what are we seeing coming through, though?
The wet weather. You can watch
in that bay window.
Not one word. Not heard from Vicky, no.
Yeah.
No, I was only getting my cues from you.
So we are going to see a bit of wet weather starting off the day for the Maritime region. Showers, a risk of thunderstorms. That will clear, though. We will be seeing, for the most part, cloudy skies into the afternoon, but temperatures are warming up. We're having that warmer air track across much of the region today. So here's a look at Halifax early this morning, 4 degrees starting off your day. We are going to see a bit of a foggy, cloudy start to the day, a wet one at that. That will all start to clear out, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. Sunshine for others, though. 7 degrees in Fredericton, 6 in Charlottetown, -8 over in Happy Valley Goose Bay, 1 degree in Corner Brook. Over to our wind chill. It is factoring in for Newfoundland and Labrador this morning. A bit cool to start off the day. Temperatures expected to rise for you as well, though. We do have active weather in the forecast, as I just mentioned. Showers for the Maritime region, risk of thunderstorms. And then for Labrador, looking at periods of snow early this morning. That will clear out as well, leaving a bit of sunshine into the afternoon. And then for Newfoundland, looking at showers and or flurries for much of the province. Taking a look at our current wind across the Maritime region will become quite light into the afternoon, 20 kilometers per hour right now in North Cape, 19 in Edmundston, 13 in Woodstock and Canso. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at the sunshine coming up this weekend in your forecast, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
And we begin with an important note for commuters in the Halifax area. One of the harbor bridges will be closed to traffic this weekend. The McDonald will be closed beginning tonight at 8 p.m. and it won't reopen until Monday at 5:30 a.m. Halifax Harbor Bridges says it's for maintenance work on the Halifax Tower. The bridge's pedestrian walkway and bike lane, they will also be closed. Free transit tickets are being offered for those commuters impacted. The McKay Bridge will remain open. Staying with vehicles, for the most part, you'll be paying a little less to fill up at Maritime pumps, beginning with Nova Scotia Zone 1. Price of gas, it didn't change. It rests at $1.78.7 a litre. Meantime, diesel slipped by 1.1 cents. The minimum price in the Halifax area, now $2.11.2. In PEI, gas fell by 3.4 cents. The minimum price, $1.86.8. The biggest drop was for diesel on the island. It fell by 12.7 cents. The minimum price now $2.24.1. And in New Brunswick, gas decreased by 3.6 cents. The maximum price now $1.80.8. And this is the only increase. Diesel in New Brunswick, it's up by 1.9 cents. The maximum price $2.25 a litre. On that note, affordability, infrastructure, and overall confidence saw electric vehicle sales dip over the last several years. But new data suggests drivers are reconsidering. Here is CTV's Emma Convey.
While some Maritimers in Halifax fill their tanks at the pumps, others have theirs on charge. According to a recent Auto Trader survey, there's a growing interest in moving towards electric.
Back in 2022, it was sitting at 68%. This year, for the first time since the inception of the survey, we saw an uptick in purchase intentions.
The survey found 49% of non-EV owners are open to purchasing an EV as their next vehicle. It also comes down to savings at the pump.
We saw this back in March 2022 as well, when the Russia and Ukrainian war had just started. And we are seeing exact same thing.
The online used car retailer Clutch has seen this firsthand. Clutch's latest research finds a 94% increase in searches for EVs over the last 60 days.
The sales for EVs are now up almost 50-60% over the course of the last couple of months.
Maritimers have their own opinions.
Personally, I'd probably be looking more at an electric vehicle. Less so because of gas prices, more so for environmental reasons.
I think they're a great option for the future, but as it stands right now, the infrastructure isn't there and they're not very affordable.
Emma Convey, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you, Emma, for that report. We've been saying this morning, it is Friday, April 17th, and for many Nova Scotians hearing those dates, April 18th and April 19th. It's also a very somber time for many people in this province, and this weekend will mark the 6th anniversary of the deadliest mass shooting in Nova Scotia, in Canadian modern history. Our colleagues at Move 100 and Virgin Radio in Halifax will be pausing for a moment of silence at noon on Saturday and Sunday. That will be to honor the lives lost in the tragic events in Portapique and Colchester County on April 18th and 19th, 2020. 22 people died in the shootings, plus an unborn child. So there will be a moment of silence on those radio stations this weekend. This is always a time of year, unfortunately, though, that Nova Scotians pause and reflect. But the big thing to remember the victims and the families impacted by those terrible events 6 years ago.
And our thoughts and prayers are with those families.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, still ahead. National news headlines, and also Latavia has the forecast for today and a look ahead to the weekend. We're going to take a live look at Fredericton's Officers Square. The ice gone. The grass is here. We'll have details on just how warm it's going to be in just a few minutes.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada, and welcome back. The time now is 7:12. We're taking a live look at a foggy, cloudy start to the day over in Charlottetown. 6 degrees as of right now. Looks like that precipitation has begun to clear out. You'll be left with cloudy skies for the remainder of the day. As of right now, it is 7 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton, 4 starting off your day in Halifax, 3 degrees in Sydney, -1 into St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have active weather in the forecast for much of Atlantic Canada early this morning. We do have periods of snow across much of Labrador. For Newfoundland, looking at flurries and or showers. Into the Maritime region, showers and a risk of thunderstorms. We will start to see the system break down for much of the region, leaving some sunshine across New Brunswick. But other than that, for the rest of the Maritime region, a cloudier day is expected. Still holding on to a bit of shower activity for the southern region of Nova Scotia, and a bit of active weather still remains for Newfoundland and Labrador before clearing out this evening. Into this evening, we start to see that cloud coverage break down. We will be seeing fog patches develop into the overnight hours, but will dissipate into Saturday morning. And we are going to see sunshine for much of Atlantic Canada into Saturday's forecast, and temperatures remain seasonal to above seasonal for daytime highs. If you're wondering about snowfall accumulation, looking at around 2 to 5 centimeters for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. And for our rainfall outlook, going to remain quite light for the Maritime region, and only seeing 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs are heating up. They're going to range from 14 to 19 degrees today. Showers will clear out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud for much of the province. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 7 to 10 degrees. Showers start off your day, clearing, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. And same thing goes for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia. Daytime highs will range from 6 to 13 degrees. Showers, a risk of thunderstorms clearing, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, daytime highs will range from 13 to 17, being the warmest to Shelburne. Showers and a risk of thunderstorms as well. Cloudy skies into the afternoon. For Labrador City, a high of -2 degrees today. We do have periods of snow that will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. 7 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at showers expected throughout your day today. Saturday's forecast, a lovely day for much of Atlantic Canada with that sunshine, warmer daytime highs. A bit of flurry activity returns for parts of Labrador, but other than that, we do have another system making its way over into Saturday night, bringing some wet weather back around for the Maritime region. And for Labrador, we will be seeing showers expected into our forecast for Sunday to end off the weekend, and daytime highs remaining above seasonal. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. And the wet weather really impacting communities outside of Atlantic Canada. Sandbags are replacing snow shovels in areas fighting back spring floods. A heavy snowpack that's quickly melting and torrential rains mean at least 3 provinces are watching rising waters or wading through submerged roadways. CTV's Adrian Gabriel shows us the battles being fought before, during, and after these floods.
An Ontario road washed away. A raging wall of water in Quebec as a rush of flood warnings blanket the neighboring provinces.
The sort of wild card factor is Mother Nature, and it's just been raining incessantly.
A dense Ontario snowmelt and heavy rain has pushed water levels to their max. Further south, multiple communities are bracing for the worst.
Here in Minden, Ontario, this is the current situation. Some trucks are driving down this road that's been washed out, trying to get to some homes to help individuals. Beside me is the Gull River. You can see this tree. Well, below that tree is a little parkette that used to sit beside the riverbank. Take a peek at this house beside us. Sandbags line the garage, though we're told that inside the damage has already been done.
As of yesterday, we had 15,000 sandbags filled.
With the help of community volunteers, Lori Penny is doing what she can to save her auto shop.
This has never flooded here, but apparently it's going to go up 2 to 3 feet. We always kind of step up when people need help.
It's all hands on deck in Peterborough. Water levels along the Trent Severn waterway are rising, as are concerns. In Laval, Quebec, the banks of the Mille-Île River have been breached, with homes now at risk. And in nearby St. Jerome, the pace of this rushing river indicates just how high water levels have risen. Back in rural Ontario, park benches are beginning to disappear, and there's a fear some bridges may be next.
You can see to the north of your community just how high the water levels are. It's heading this way. What is your concern this hour?
We have limited resources, and you can't expend them all and risk people's lives to save somebody who did not take the warning.
Many are quickly learning of nature's brute force.
Here in Minden, approximately 15 people have already been evacuated. They're sending 150 beds to the local community center, and officials here and across multiple provinces and communities are reminding the public to follow evacuation orders and road closures. Adrian Gabriel, CTV News, Minden, Ontario.
Thank you, Adrian. A quick break here. When we return, we will speak with the designer of the QE2 Grand Prize Show home in Oakfield, Nova Scotia. That conversation coming up next. Please stay with us.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
We are in Oakfield in this gorgeous $1.4 million grand prize show home for the QE2 Home Lottery. And I'm joined by the designer, Joanna Lade. Hello.
Hi.
So nice to meet you, and so great to be in this fabulous home that you've designed. What was the inspiration for this space?
Really, we're just looking for, it was kind of modern to traditional, which is very on trend right now, and just making a nice, cozy space that feels like home when people come in.
It really does. The archway leading into the mudroom is just, and the wallpaper, like just even little details like that are just so special. People say that they want a house to feel warm, but this one really does feel warm.
Well, thank you.
Well, you are welcome. This space that we're in, this is one-level living. This beautiful vaulted ceilings really make this space feel grand.
Yeah. And adding the wood beams adds some warmth as well.
I love the woodwork in this house. You did such a great job with that. Let's talk about the kitchen behind. What a fabulous, entertaining kitchen.
Very fun, isn't it?
Isn't it fun? And I love that, even just that faucet. Whoa.
Bridge faucets, polished nickel, beautiful.
Oh my gosh, what a showstopper. Okay, I know that one of your favorite features in the house is the principal bedroom and ensuite. Tell us about that.
We have a beautiful wood ceiling in there. The ensuite is beautiful, and we've got grass cloth behind this big, long vanity in there. Shower is super big.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It is a huge shower. Just so, like, imagine actually living in this space. It's so grand. So there are 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and there are actually 2 levels.
2 levels, yeah. We have a beautiful basement downstairs, beautiful bar area, games area, and then TV area.
Okay, well, I can't wait to check it out. Let's go downstairs and check out that second level. Well, Joanna, this lower level is top notch. I can't believe how bright it is down here.
Yeah, I mean, we've used a dark color down here, and we have a wood ceiling. However, it's still bright with the big windows and patio doors.
It's so cozy down here.
It is, yeah.
Okay, there's a big open space for just doing whatever the heck you want, entertaining, watching TV, relaxing, playing games, foosball table included. In fact, the whole house is furnished, which is fantastic.
Yeah, you can just come in and live.
Move in.
Yeah.
All right, we also have 2 bedrooms down here, but you've set one of them up as a home office facing the lake, which I think that's a great idea.
Beautiful view for working.
Yeah, beautiful view. So we've got a big bathroom down here. Oh, I love that there's I call it a bar area with a sink where you can have snacks.
A wet bar.
A wet bar.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's just set up to live. You could set fitness up down here, and there's storage for days in this place.
A lot of storage, huge utility room, lots of storage in there as well.
Well, thank you so much for the guided tour today, Joanna.
You're welcome.
So a reminder that tonight is the early bird deadline. If you buy your ticket before midnight, you are in the draw to win the Audi and Fiji Early Bird Prize or $200,000 cash. So get your tickets online, QE2HomeLottery.com.
Thank
What a
you.
dream.
I know.
Sorry to interrupt you there.
No,
I was like, wow.
that house, I would never give up the trip to Fiji personally.
No, never.
I would just be going.
Yeah, go there, then move into my new home.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Honestly, the QE2 homes always fascinate me because they're always so well designed and there's always so much room and it's just like, it's a dream.
Exactly, and it's just like the baseline of what you're getting in this decor. Oh, the backsplashes,
Divine.
Yeah.
Divine. I'm not a foosball fan. I think I would prefer a pool table.
Right?
If I'm being picky.
Like a vintage arcade game or something. Whoa.
Oh, there
That'd
we
be
go.
awesome.
But that house is stunning.
Exactly.
And enough room for you and your family.
Right? I think it's too much room at this point. They'll just be running around like, where are they? They're too quiet.
Quiet's good.
Sometimes. Not with toddlers, though. But definitely, like, I feel like as we get older, we appreciate decor.
So
we
much
look
more.
for inspiration, especially living here in the Maritimes.
Yes.
Oh, there's so many things that you can kind of pull from and textures to put in your home.
All the blues and the waves, like that's like my go-to now.
I know, I'm
Just
really
being
feeling
on
like the Cape Cod-esque of things, or like the maritime beauty of the home, kind of like cottage ocean living.
Yeah. I really liked how she set up that office with like looking outside, right? Because like for me, like that is a dream to look outside. Are we? What are we looking at outside today?
Well, we'll take a look at our 3-day forecast. Good segue there. We are going to see sunshine into the weekend, but starting off today, we do have some showers starting off in New Brunswick, but warming up to 17 degrees and sunshine into the afternoon for much of the province. As I mentioned, into the weekend, lots of sunshine, a high of 13, but we do have the return of showers into the evening. On Sunday, 13 degrees, showers, transitioning over to showers and or flurries. For Nova Scotia today, warming up to 13 degrees, showers, a risk of thunderstorms clearing out, leaving cloudy skies. Sunshine into Saturday's forecast, though, for much of the province. For the southern region, showers continue, a high of 10, 12 degrees on Sunday, wet weather yet again. Prince Edward Island, 9 degrees, showers will clear, leaving cloudy skies, but sunshine returns across the island on Saturday, yet again a high of 9, evening showers. Isolated showers begin the day on Sunday, warming up to 16 degrees, but a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon.
Still ahead, the Legal Insider returns. Our partners from the Mike Murphy Law Group will join us to break down what falls under injury law. We'll learn more in 15 minutes on the Friday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
music.
It's a good little tune. It really wakes you up in the morning,
You
doesn't
know,
it?
it's just like, you know you're with us. 7:30, 8 o'clock if you're in Newfoundland and parts of Labrador. And thank you so much for joining us, because this is a fun show today.
It is.
Crystal's live at our QE2 home.
Grand prize show home, amazing.
Yes.
So she's doing that, and still ahead in an hour's time, José Bautista, Suzette's conversation, Joey Bats. Oh my gosh, she was so excited.
So excited.
If there was anyone we're going to have interview him,
it was her.
It was her.
Yeah, super
Suzette.
fan for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, we might need to bring Joey Bats back to baseball because the Blue Jays aren't doing so well right now.
Yeah, no, but you know, it's still early.
Fine.
It's just April. It's just April. They're dealing with some injuries.
Yeah. It's just April.
It's fine.
Yeah. Trey Savage was actually pitching for Buffalo yesterday, so that's good. That's good news. That means he's coming up, you know, doing his rehab, doing all the things.
Back in rotation soon.
Listening to what the docs and the health experts have to say.
Exactly. Is it a good day for baseball?
It's going to be cloudy, and I'm sure the ground will be wet, so I don't know.
if you're a vampire, it's a good day.
Exactly, yeah. Cute Twilight soundtrack. Over in Barrington, you can see it is a cloudy, foggy start to the day. Still seeing some showers tracking across parts of the region. That will clear out for the most part into the Maritimes, leaving a bit of sunshine. But for right now, a bit of a cooler start to the day. 5 degrees in Halifax, 3 in Sydney, 6 in Charlottetown with 7 in Fredericton, -1 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Still seeing the wind chill factor in early this morning for Newfoundland and Labrador. A bit cooler starting off your day, but temperatures will rise there as well for our daytime highs. We are seeing a bit of mixed precipitation across Newfoundland. Periods of snow for Labrador that will clear out into the late afternoon, and we will be seeing sunshine for parts of the Maritime region as showers or risk of thunderstorms begin to clear out. In terms of the wind, it's going to remain quite light, 19 kilometers per hour right now in North Cape and Edmundston, 13 in Woodstock and Moncton, as well as into Halifax. No wind gusts to report at this time. So we'll take another look at your weekend forecast just ahead. First, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. CUPE says 4 more long-term care homes in Nova Scotia are poised to join ongoing labor action next week. Union officials say that will increase the number of striking long-term care workers from the current 2,400 to more than 3,000. On Thursday, workers at Pictou County's Valley View Villa became the 25th home to join the strike. The government has said it's offering wage increases of 12% over 4 years, with even higher raises for some workers. An important note for commuters in the Halifax area. One of the harbour bridges will be closed to traffic this weekend. The McDonald will be closed beginning tonight at 8 p.m. and it won't reopen until Monday at 5:30 a.m. Halifax Harbour Bridges says this is all for maintenance work on the Halifax Tower. The bridge's pedestrian walkway and bike lane will also be closed. Free transit tickets are being offered for those commuters. Meantime, the McKay Bridge, it will remain open. And for the most part, you'll be paying a little bit less to fill up at pumps around the region. In Nova Scotia Zone 1, price of gas did not change. It rests at $1.78.7. Diesel, however, slipped by 1.1 cents. That follows a drop yesterday. The minimum price in the Halifax area now $2.11.2. In PEI, gas fell by 3.4 cents a litre. The minimum price $1.86.8. Biggest drop was for diesel on the island. It fell by 12.7 cents. The minimum price $2.24.1. And in New Brunswick, after no decrease yesterday for gas, it was diesel. I'll have more on that in a second. Gas decreased overnight by 3.6 cents a litre. The maximum price now $1.80.8. Now to the increase. Diesel, after falling yesterday, it's up in New Brunswick, up by 1.9 cents. The maximum price now $2.25 a litre. After more than 90 years, a long-standing seniors care home in St. Stephen has announced it is closing, mainly because of higher costs. The mayor says the news has been tough for residents, with mostly everyone in town having some connection to the home.
As a teenager, I mowed the lawns here and did the landscaping for a couple of years. My grandmother worked in the kitchen and helped out. Everyone's probably got that one person that worked and helped out and volunteered at this Lana-Sierra Hall.
Lana-Sierra Hall's Board of Trustees says they will not be able to operate beyond early summer, meaning the residents currently living at the 20-bed site they'll have to find new accommodations before then. Those residents will be managed by families, the Department of Social Development, and other community agencies. As Halifax struggles with its transit service, the province is driving an idea to run buses into the city from outlying communities. The province is exploring the idea of a commuter-style transit service that would connect the metro region to nearby towns like Truro.
This could be a game changer for us. With our geographic central location in Truro, they don't call us the hub for nothing.
This service is missing, and as you know, we're currently doing a study on light rail. So a project like this could start to build a ridership for light rail down the road.
If you have an opinion on this, the province wants to hear from interested transit providers by May 20th. Huge night last night for maritime sports fans in downtown Halifax.
Let's celebrate tonight, 53 years. Please welcome Olympic world champion, Jennifer Botterill.
The annual Desjardins Sports Charity Dinner, always hugely popular. Last night, no exception, with more than 1,000 people converging on the Halifax Convention Centre. Along with the meal, the event featured a silent auction with lots of sports memorabilia up for grabs. Celebrities included three-time Olympic hockey gold medalist Jennifer Botterill and wrestling legend Bret the Hitman Hart and Toronto Blue Jays icon José Bautista. CTV Suzette Beliveau got to chat with Bautista. We'll have that conversation at 8:45 a.m. Also a nice little arm wrestling match there. The event is hosted by Canadian Progress Club Halifax and supports their charities, including Kings Meadow, Progress Place, Special Olympics Nova Scotia, and more. Finally, a celebration was held over in North Bay, Ontario for one of the last surviving Second World War veterans.
I would encourage other young people to do the same thing.
Morris Jackson, who recently turned 100 years young, was honored with a special display of his medals earned throughout his years of service. He says he's proud of several things: his good friends, the air in his lungs, and his accomplishments in life. And Morris Jackson, we thank you so much for your service.
Absolutely. I liked how you said that, 100 years young.
100 years young. Look at that, the stories that he could tell, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Look at that young man there.
Wow.
Wow.
Some good honors there.
No, fewer of these veterans around now to tell the stories and the importance of it.
Yep, absolutely. But it's nice to see him so involved in his community.
Yeah.
All right, now we want to remind you about our Move Morning Chat question today, and we want to know, what is your hometown famous for? Latavia?
Well, I'm from Toronto, so the skyline is a big one.
That's a big one.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
That is a big one. I'm from Ottawa, so the Tulip Festival.
Well, the Tulip Festival, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. That's especially with spring around the corner. I could say many things because Ottawa is known for many things.
Right.
But
Parliament
Hill, but the Tulip Festival, honestly, that's the one that pops out. So what is your hometown known for? Because we want to know. So send us a text to 10400. And if you've never texted us before, choose Nova Scotia. Atlantic?
Oh, Atlantic. Yes. Yeah, you're going to get a prompt just saying what show you're watching. So Atlantic.
There we go.
Yeah.
See? I've never texted us before. I've actually never texted us before.
It's easy.
Wild.
You don't have to put a 902 or 506 in front of the number, just 10400.
We love it. All right, so imagine finding some baby river otters hiding in your backyard.
I would like to imagine that.
Right? Look at these babies. I know, some homeowners in Richmond, BC, they found 3 of them, and they noticed that the otter regularly visiting their sheds, so eventually they called the Wildlife Removal Company, and they found hidden den there. Isn't it so cute?
Oh my goodness.
I know. Look at that.
She's like, give me my babies back.
I want these. I want these for sure. So mom retrieved them, and yeah, living her best life now.
Wow, and hopefully they stay out of there now.
Yeah.
Otters are so cute.
Utterly adorable.
Utterly adorable.
Okay, now I wonder if otters will like the forecast. Latavia has the warm details coming up after the break. Yeah, we'll give us a thumbs up. Also to this half hour, it is the Legal Insider. We're going to sit down with our partners from the Mike Murphy Law Group to get serious injury legal advice. That's coming up on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Welcome back. The time now is 7:43. We're taking a live look at Port aux Basques. 1 degree starting off your day. We do have some showers in the forecast, but expecting that to clear out, leaving cloudy skies ahead. So we will be seeing a cool start to the day. Temperatures warming up above seasonal for much of our daytime highs. As of right now, 8 degrees in Fredericton, 5 starting off your day in Halifax, 3 degrees in Sydney, 6 in Charlottetown, -8 degrees in Cartwright, and -2 in St. Anthony. Over to our forecast timeline. We do have active weather right across the region. Periods of snow for Labrador, flurries and or showers for parts of Newfoundland. Into the Maritime region, showers, a risk of thunderstorms already beginning to clear out for parts of the Maritimes. We will be seeing pockets of sunshine across New Brunswick. Other than that, though, a cloudier day ahead for the Maritime region, holding on to a bit of shower activity for the Tri-County area. Newfoundland, Labrador, seeing that active weather begin to clear out into this evening. Into this evening, we will be seeing a bit of fog patches develop yet again into the overnight hours. Cloud coverage will start to clear out, though, and we will be seeing lots of sunshine in the forecast across Atlantic Canada for our forecast on Saturday. Daytime highs as well will remain above seasonal or seasonal. In terms of our snowfall outlook, only seeing around 2 to 5 centimeters of accumulation for Newfoundland and Labrador. For our rainfall outlook, light amounts of rainfall expected for the Maritime region, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters of additional precipitation for Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, it's going to be quite a warm day ahead. Daytime highs will range from 13 to 19 degrees. Showers clear out, leaving sunshine for much of the province. For Prince Edward Island, looking at highs between 7 to 10. Showers clear, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, showers, a risk of thunderstorms will clear as well, leaving cloudy skies. Daytime highs between 6 to 13. And for the rest of Nova Scotia, looking at showers, clearing, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. Daytime highs between 13 to 17, being the warmest into Shelburne. For Labrador City, looking at a high of -2, we have snow that will clear, leaving sunshine into the mid to late afternoon. 7 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at that wet weather sticking around throughout the day. Into Saturday's forecast, as I mentioned, a beautiful sunny day to head out and explore. We are going to see seasonal to above seasonal daytime highs for much of the region. A bit of flurry activity moves into the afternoon for parts of Labrador. Other than that, though, we have another system making its way over into the overnight hours, bringing showers back around into our forecast. So a wet day ahead is expected on Sunday, and we are going to see temperatures remain relatively seasonal for our daytime highs. That's a look at your weather forecast. Now it's time for the Legal Insider.
It's time for our monthly Legal Insider segment with our partners from the Mike Murphy Law Group. Joining us today is lawyer Aidan Murphy, and today we're talking injury law. So good morning. Thanks for coming in again, Aidan. Always great to have you here. So injury law, what exactly is that?
Injury law very simply deals with situations where folks are injured, it's not their fault, and they've lost something because of it. So they've lost income, they can't do their household chores as well as they could before, or there's just pain and suffering. That's pretty much, in a nutshell, what injury law deals with.
Okay, perfect. Let's say that I get into an accident. What's the first step? You know, who should I call?
Well, immediately, you should call your insurer. The police, if you need to. Some jurisdictions are different in terms of what's required for the police to attend. And then seek medical attention. Once that has stabilized, you know you're medically okay, then that's the time that you should consider, is this something I might need a lawyer on, and begin to look at your options.
Okay, perfect. Let's just say the accident happened, and it's been a couple of days, I've done all that you said, and it's like, oh, it's really, gosh, it's way worse than I thought it was. Who determines how severe the injury is?
Well, they take time. In those first few days, I mean, sometimes everyone for the first month thinks that, okay, this is going to pass. And for most people, it passes.
Yeah.
For people who are very seriously injured and the case might go to trial, it doesn't pass. Now, what insurance companies will do in those cases is they'll say, well, this is called a CAP case, which means that it's a sprain, it's a strain, or it's whiplash. And if it's a CAP case, then the law says that you can only recover so much. Who determines how severe an injury is a judge. But that does mean that you need a lawyer that will take your matter to trial. Some do, and some don't. But you do need someone that's going to bring that matter before the court.
All right, so let's say you've been told by insurance company it's a cap case, but you say, no, I think it's more than that. That is when I imagine you would contact a lawyer and then have that conversation. Is there more here?
That's right. And then the lawyer is going to hire experts a little bit down the road to make sure that the medical evidence is there. So, for example, we've had in the last year and a half, and then mine recently in the last month, we've had 3 decisions, I think all of which the insurance company at some point would have said it was a cap case. The decision we just got a month ago, which is my own, the court awarded $3.4 million. The second was one that went to the Court of Appeal in December. That came back at $2.3 million. And then the one from about a year and a half ago was $1.1 million. So the playbook is always going to be the same. The question is, do you have the best experts on your side? Do you have someone that has trial experience and can bring these things before the court and then put that argument before the judge? But it's not the insurance company that decides. It's a court, and you got to make sure you have someone on your side.
Interesting. And the Mike Murphy Law Group, their specialty is injury law.
Yeah, we do quite a bit.
Yeah.
I have a criminal practice, and we also practice a few other areas, but predominantly Mike's been doing injury law for the last 40 years or so. So that's our bread and butter.
Interesting. What would you say is the biggest mistake people make when they end up with an injury?
Yeah, we'd spoken about this before. I think trying to settle your case on your own or settling it early on your own, I mean, that's a real bad combination. That's something that can really hurt you in the long run. I've had cases where individuals who, and I have a trial in January up in Bathurst, where an individual who's a young guy was laid up in bed. It had only been, you know, a couple weeks after the accident, but significant injuries. And the insurance company was trying to have the parents settle for him for, I think, $20,000 or something within 14 days or 18 days or something like that. That's something that you need to take your time with. That trial is going ahead in January. I can guarantee you, worst case scenario, is going to be much more than $20,000.
Thank you so much, Aidan. Now, Aidan is a managing partner with the Mike Murphy Law Group. We put a link to their website on ours. And a reminder that the information provided in this segment is of a general nature and is provided for information purposes only. It does not constitute professional legal advice. Please do contact a lawyer before making any legal decisions. And if you have a legal question, share it with us. The Mike Murphy Law Group may choose your question to answer in our next Legal Insider segment. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so much. Health and medical news now. Ottawa is looking closely at age restrictions for social media and chatbots. It's one of the topics in the Friday edition of Your Health. Culture Minister Mark Miller thinks a social media ban for kids could be an important tool, but he says it's not a solution to the bigger problem of online harms. He says the federal government is very seriously considering a ban days after Liberal Party members called for one at their convention. Their non-binding resolution calls on the government to set 16 as the minimum age to access social media accounts. Miller says the grassroots have spoken and the government has to study that. Health Canada has approved the first needle-free epinephrine treatment for severe allergic reactions, a nasal spray called Neffy. The spray offers an alternative to auto-injectors like the EpiPen and could be available in Canada as early as this summer. Doctors say the new option may improve access and ease of use, especially for people hesitant to use needles. Experts add it won't replace existing treatments, but provides a valuable backup as severe allergies become more common. Finally, a growing body of research is suggesting that certain types of movements may be more beneficial than others when it comes to health benefits. The intensity of your exercise may matter as well. A new study published in the European Heart Journal found that a small amount of vigorous activity may be linked to lower risk of 8 different chronic diseases, like type 2 diabetes, dementia, and atrial fibrillation. People who had more than about 4% of their total activity classified as vigorous had substantially lower risks of developing these conditions compared with people who had no vigorous activity at all. Vigorous activity is generally defined as exercise that substantially raises your heart rate and breathing.
Well, we have just one milestone to pass along today, but it is a 101st birthday for Bertha Weatherby of Kingston, PEI, looking fantastic.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Bertha. And now we'd like to introduce you to Maritimers who are marking milestones on Saturday. It's a 68th anniversary for Arthur and Evelyn Pettigrew of Spring Hill, Nova Scotia.
A little then, a little now. We love to see it. It's also a 100th birthday for Etta Robinson of Fredericton. So happy birthday, Etta.
It's a 100th birthday for Rita Schultz of Lagenberg, Saskatchewan.
Oh, happy birthday, Rita. We hope you have a fantastic day, and of course, to see your milestones again or to find out how to submit one, visit our website by scanning the QR code on your screen, and a reminder that milestones must be received 2 weeks in advance.
All right, now let's turn our attention over to the Garden Guide.
The Garden Guide is brought to you by Halifax Seed, growing for 160 years.
Welcome back to CTV News at 5. We are here with my friend Emily Trigono, another edition of the Garden Guide.
It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too. And this is year 160 for Halifax Seed. That is impressive.
It is. We are celebrating 160 years of helping, you know, Atlantic Canada grow gardens and lawns and all of the things.
Outstanding.
So thank you to all of you for being here.
Well, thank you to you for being here. And let's get right to it. So it's April. It's cold. It's wet. What can you do to start your garden?
Yeah, so let's be honest. We are still having a traditional spring. Yeah. It's rainy. It's chilly or seasonal, maybe.
Or cold.
There's still lots we can do to get our garden growing and to get a little bit of a head start on everything. Right. So I'm late in prepping anything for my garden. I have nothing started, and I'm going to do that today and tomorrow.
You're late, but you're not behind.
Not that behind.
Okay.
So starting seed indoors, especially this time of year, you don't need a lot. So you need a cell or some sort of vessel to put soil in. So whether it's a plastic cell or even one of the fiber cells or a Jiffy pellet that we have over here, you just need something to hold the soil. You need a tray just to keep it mess-free.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you're going to want some sort of dome to help create moisture and that greenhouse effect, so the soil warms up a little bit.
How about a light?
So lights are wonderful. So if you want to really invest, you know what, or maybe you don't have a really bright windowsill that you can put a tray in, lights are fantastic. You want to make sure you have a really good soil. This is my favorite. It's by ProMix. It's a seed starting soil, very specific to promoting good germination and that healthy start that the plants need. So always read the back of the packet and understand what that planting depth is. The key to success is you want to fill the cell. You don't want to pack it down, but you also don't want to you want to make sure that there's no air pockets or bubbles. You simply place the seed right on top. Tomatoes like to be just an 1/8 of an inch down. So gently sprinkle over.
And there you have it.
Yep. You want to make sure that you do have a moisture content in your soil. When I'm done planting a full tray, I'll mix it with a little spray bottle, put the dome on top, and put it in a sunny spot.
There you go. Emily,
Easy
always
peasy.
awesome advice.
Thanks
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you then.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
It's Friday, April 17th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, maintenance work. The McDonald Bridge will be closed to all traffic this weekend. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And the QE2 home lottery. We'll check in with Crystal in the $1.4 million grand prize show home in Oakfield Park. That's later in this half hour on the Friday edition.
Hey, good morning. We're just talking during the commercial break about our Move Morning Chat, which is what makes your hometown famous. Send us a text at 10400. So we're getting lots of different answers.
Oh, yeah.
Latavia laughs. She goes, underwear. And I said, I know where they're from.
Yeah.
And I know what it is, because she's like, what do you mean? Stanfield's, which is churro.
Yeah.
Under there?
Over there.
Underwear.
Underwear. The Stanfield's under there.
Yep.
Okay, do you want trivia time?
Yep.
Another one?
Sure.
Okay, Spring Hill. What's Spring Hill famous for? A viewer texted us here. Anne Murray.
Yeah, we heard it over in the newsroom.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I know. Okay, another one. Cabot Trail. Cape Breton Highlands.
Oh,
wow.
You confused me with that one. I thought you were asking what it's big for. I was like, you mentioned the Cabot Trail.
Yeah.
You were saying where it is located.
Well, it's in the Highlands, but it's known as the Cabot
It's known
Trail.
as
Whatever. I'm lost, clearly.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna drop the trivia, but we'll have it coming up a little bit
You
later.
have us covered for trivia.
Yeah, I'm seeing the text come in. I'm like, yep, I know where you're from. Okay. Oh, giant lobster in your community. You're from
Okay,
Korea.
so what's Bedeck?
Bedeck is in Inverness County, which is home to the famous Cabot Trail.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. And it's beautiful this morning, a bit foggy, but we're starting to see that fog dissipate. A cloudier day ahead. We've seen the wet weather slowly start to clear out for parts of the Maritime region. 4 degrees right now in Sydney with 5 in Halifax, 6 starting off right in Charlottetown, 8 degrees in Fredericton, 0 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Still seeing the wind chill factor in early this morning for Newfoundland and Labrador. And as you can see here, we do have active weather in the forecast. Flurries and or showers for much of Newfoundland. Labrador looking at periods of snow that will continue to move out, and showers, a risk of thunderstorms clearing out for the Maritime region. We will be seeing a bit of sunshine for parts of New Brunswick at least. Into our current wind, it is going to remain quite light throughout the day today. 20 kilometers per hour right now in Edmundston, 19 in North Cape, 17 in Sydney with 13 in Halifax. Only one wind gust at this time, 35 in Edmundston. We'll take another look at your long range forecast, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
And we begin with a traffic note for commuters in the HRM. One of the harbor bridges will be closed to all traffic this weekend. That starts tonight. The McDonald Bridge will be closed starting at 8 p.m. and it's not going to reopen until Monday at 5:30 a.m. Halifax Harbor Bridges says it's for maintenance work on the Halifax Tower. The bridge's pedestrian walkway and bike lane will also be closed. Free transit tickets are also being offered for those commuters. The McKay Bridge will remain open. And for the most part, you'll be paying a little less to fill up at pumps in the Maritimes. In Nova Scotia's Zone 1, price of gas did not change. It rests at $1.78.7 a litre. Meantime, diesel slipped by 1.1 cents. The minimum price in the Halifax area now $2.11.2. In PEI, gas fell by 3.4 cents a litre. The minimum price now $1.86.8. The biggest drop was for diesel on the island. It fell by 12.7 cents. The minimum price, $2.24.1. And in New Brunswick, gas decreased by 3.6 cents a litre. The maximum price now $1.80.8. And this is the only increase we're seeing this morning. Diesel in New Brunswick, it's up by 1.9 cents. This is after falling yesterday. The maximum price now $2.25 a litre. QP says 4 more long-term care homes in Nova Scotia are poised to join ongoing labor action next week. Union officials say that will increase the number of striking long-term care workers from the current 2,400 to more than 3,000. On Thursday, workers at Pictou County's Valley View Villa became the 25th home to join the strike. The government has said it's offering wage increases of 12% over 4 years, with even higher raises for some workers. Now to a healthcare success story. A program to encourage more people to become paramedics in New Brunswick is being extended. The province has been offering money to students to fill vacancies, and the strategy seems to be working. The goal is to recruit and retain more frontline healthcare professionals that are desperately needed.
The province's ambulance service is facing significant challenges and human resource shortages with 300 vacant positions today.
The students that are graduating are prepared to meet those challenges, but we also ensure they're aware that they are human. They need to seek the help if they need it.
The program is open to students from 6 approved training programs in the Maritimes who make the commitment to stay in the province and work for Ambulance New Brunswick after graduation. Now, last year, we brought you a story of the battle between brothers in the National Lacrosse League. This time, it's a family united. And as CTV's Brianne Foley shows us Max and Casey Wilson are more than ready to play box lacrosse together again.
And there's Casey Wilson's first National Lacrosse League goal.
Casey Wilson was more than happy to be traded to the Halifax Thunderbirds from Las Vegas this season.
Been a team I had my eyes on for a long time, and for that to happen in the way that it did for me, I'm super excited to be here. My mom used to tell me I used to just point at him and laugh, and I was like 4 years old.
Playing alongside his brother Max has always been the goal.
Our family has roots out in South Rustico since my dad grew up, and they had a farm out there. And so to just continue to build the sport that allows us that sense of community and is bringing a lot of others into, having my brother come in.
Though they grew up in Victoria, Halifax is home.
I mean, this is home now. The people in Victoria, they're not going to be too thrilled with me saying that. But, you know, I'll call a spade, right? Like, this is really what we call home now as a family, and I couldn't be more grateful to actually have that come to fruition.
And obviously, us growing up playing lacrosse and going to university for lacrosse with such a great team here playing box lacrosse, it's kind of just full circle.
The Thunderbirds are in a do-or-die game Saturday against the Ottawa Black Bears, and Casey is willing to leave it all on the floor to see his first postseason in the NLL. Brianne Foley, CTV News, Halifax.
You're welcome.
I was going to say, CTV's Brianne Foley
CTV's
reporting.
Brianne Foley reporting.
There you go.
And an exciting game for the Halifax Thunderbirds tomorrow night. You don't want to miss this because the Thunderbirds take on the Ottawa Black Bears, like I said, in the Nest Saturday at 7 p.m. And this is the last regular season game. It's going to be a wild one. So both Halifax and Ottawa are vying for that playoff spot. So if Halifax wins, they move on. And if Ottawa wins, they move on. So it is literally do or die. Get ready to cheer loud and proud because it's fan appreciation night in the Nest as well. So a few tickets are left if you don't have yours yet. A reminder that the game is at 7 p.m. tomorrow night at Scotiabank Centre. Remember that that bridge is also closed.
Oh, yes.
And the Wanderers actually start their season tomorrow, or their home opener is tomorrow. They've already started their season, but their home opener is tomorrow in the middle of the afternoon. Thunderbirds, it's a good sports weekend to be in Halifax.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
But so true. Good reminder, because we know if one of those bridges is closed, it really impacts traffic. That's why it always ends up leading the news.
Yeah.
It's closed all weekend. So, yeah, McDonald closed.
And tomorrow's supposed to be nice weather as well. So even more people flocking down there. Yeah.
Take the ferry.
Yeah.
Take the ferry is a great idea. I love taking the ferry.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Genius.
Riding on the
I'm
top
so
deck.
smart. SMRT.
So good. Okay, we have a lot more to cover on the show today. Still ahead, Suzette's exclusive interview with Toronto Blue Jays legend José Bautista. But up next, your national news headlines. We're going to be talking about the Artemis II crew. They're reflecting on their mission a week later. And also Latavia has the Friday forecast. Good morning to our viewers in Moncton. A live look at Main Street. We'll have the forecast right after this.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 8:12. We're taking a live look at Brookvale. 7 degrees starting off the day. We're still expecting a few showers early this morning, but expected to clear out, leaving cloudy skies. We are seeing wet weather tracking across much of the region, and temperatures are already starting to rise. As of right now, it is 9 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton, 7 in Charlottetown, 5 degrees in Halifax with 4 degrees currently in Sydney, -8 in Cartwright, and 2 degrees in Corner Brook. Over to our forecast timeline. Periods of snow still around much of Labrador. And we do have flurries and or showers for much of Newfoundland. For the Maritime region, showers, the risk of thunderstorms starting off the day. That will clear out, though, leaving cloudy skies for much of the Maritime region. Holding on to some showers into the afternoon, though, for the Tri-County area of Nova Scotia. And New Brunswick seeing some sunshine return. For the rest of Newfoundland and Labrador, they'll see that system clear out into the overnight hours tonight. We start to see clouds clear out. Fog patches will arrive, though, for parts of the Maritime region. That will take us into early Saturday morning. Fog will dissipate. Lots of sunshine across much of Atlantic Canada into our forecast. If you're wondering about snowfall totals, only seeing an additional 2 to 5 centimeters expected for Labrador as well as into Newfoundland. For our rainfall outlook, going to remain quite light for the Maritime region and only seeing 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, looking at showers clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud for much of the province. Daytime highs will range from 13 to 19 degrees, being the warmest into Fredericton. Prince Edward Island, showers start off the day. That will clear out, leaving cloudy skies with highs between 7 to 10. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, daytime highs ranging from 6 to 13 degrees, being the warmest into Amherst. Showers, a risk of thunderstorms will clear. Cloudy skies expected into the afternoon. And the rest of Nova Scotia, same thing applies. Temperatures warming up 13 to 16 degrees. Showers, a risk of thunderstorms will clear out. Cloudy skies into the afternoon. For Labrador City, a high of -2 degrees. Periods of snow will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the late afternoon. 7 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, and that wet weather will be sticking around throughout the day. Saturday's forecast, a few flurries indicated for parts of Labrador. Other than that, though, lots of sunshine across the region. Temperatures remain either seasonal or above seasonal for our daytime highs. Saturday night, another system makes its way over, bringing showers back around for all 3 maritime provinces. It's going to be a wet day ahead on Sunday. Temperatures remain above seasonal, though. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. He loves them to the moon and back. Astronaut Jeremy Hansen and his colleagues from the Artemis II mission are sharing more details about their historic trip and the forever bond forged in space. Here is CTV's Heather Wright.
Booster ignition.
They traveled more than 400,000 kilometers to the far side of the moon and back, launching as friends, returning as best friends.
We are bonded forever. I mean, that's the closest 4 humans can be and not be a family.
The Artemis II crew went further and faster into space than any humans before, capturing the hearts and imagination of the world.
I cannot overstate how important that was to us. It was every bit as important as accomplishing the technical goals and being there for our NASA teammates was to make this the world's mission and for it to have a positive impact on as much of the world as possible.
It was an amazing ride uphill.
The objective of this mission was to test the Orion spacecraft, learn what works and what doesn't, as NASA aims to land on the moon by 2028. Pilot Victor Glover says the spacecraft exceeded his expectations.
It flew like a dream, and I'm really glad everybody got to fly it.
Integrity splashdowns.
The crew has now been home nearly a week, adjusting to life back on Earth.
I sleep a lot better now because I don't have Reed underneath me kicking me.
Oh, come on!
Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen, who made history as the first Canadian and first non-American to travel to deep space, says he hopes this mission inspires the next generation of astronauts to be bold about their dreams.
Don't do it alone, and share what you're trying to accomplish with others, because you need the support of others to do big things. And so share your goals, be brave enough to share them, and then you'll be surprised how people surround you and lift you up to accomplish them.
The crew's health is still being monitored, and they are conducting exercises at the Johnson Space Center, tasks that will provide valuable information for the next crew that flies in their footsteps. Heather Wright, CTV News, Toronto.
Thank you so much, Heather. A quick break here. When we return, we will return live to Brookfield to the QE2 Grand Prize Show Home with Crystal. That is coming up right after this.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back. It is 8:20 and I'm here. So the next question is, where in the world is Crystal Garrett? And Crystal Garrett is actually live on location at our QE2 show home. Crystal, how is it?
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic, Bria. Now we not only get to show you the home, but we get to tell you how impactful the QE2 Home Lottery is. I want to bring in Susan Mullen, the president and CEO of the QE2 Foundation. First of all, good morning, Susan.
Good morning, Crystal. Good morning.
Good morning to everybody. Great to see you again. Now let's talk about the home where we're standing. It is splendid. Oh my gosh, the sun's streaming in.
The sun came out. It's perfect.
It's perfect. Natural light for days. what is your favorite thing about this $1.4 million grand prize show home?
We're here near Oakfield Park, and I think it's the access to the beautiful park. The scenery out here is beautiful. It's an area that was new to me, and it's stunning.
It is stunning. Literally, you are steps from the park.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a good shot, but I could throw a rock from here and hit the park.
Yeah.
All right, my favorite part is the cozy decor. We gave a little tour earlier in the show. I love it. You walk in, you immediately feel at home. It's just so beautiful and cozy. One level living for convenience, but then you have the whole downstairs level for everything you want to do.
The whole walkout downstairs. It's lovely. Family, couples, whomever.
Everybody would enjoy this home. Okay, so this home, $1.4 million. If you win, you also get $25,000. The time to get your ticket is today because it is the early bird prize deadline. So you get the Audi and Fiji trip. Or
business
200
class,
grand.
or 200,000.
Business class, no less.
Yes, business class.
Wow. Or the $200,000.
Yeah.
This home plus $25,000. And you could also win the $1.6 million grand prize show home in Fall River plus $25,000.
Exactly.
And a bunch of other prizes.
That's right. 50-50 just rolled over $1.7 million. So that's who wouldn't want to win half of that pot?
And thank you, viewers, for being responsive because it actually rolled over during the time we've been on air. So that is probably in thanks to you watching. So thank you very, very much. Okay, really everybody wins with this lottery. Right. Talk about how it is transforming healthcare in Nova Scotia.
I like to use the example, one of our surgeons shared the story of a 30-year-old woman who wouldn't have been eligible for cancer surgery without our new Da Vinci robot. And she would have been palliative care. And she actually had surgery with this new Da Vinci robot and is now cancer-free. And that's the kind of impact 23 years of the QE2 home lottery has made. You know, we're Nova Scotia's hospital. Complex surgeries happen here at the QE2, and we can't do it without you.
No, and it's really the lottery proceeds making a huge difference. There are 7 robotic surgery units now, right?
Yes, we have 7 different robots here at the QE2 for all kinds of neurosurgery, orthopedic surgery, cancer surgery. We're moving on to cardiac surgery. It's amazing.
Okay, this is super fun. Last night you were at this kind of Dragon's Den like research event. Tell us about that.
The Innovation Den, we had 4 researchers pitching ideas, and the winner took $200,000 for their project, which is really about screening for hereditary risk of acute leukemia. And so it is about how you personalize the treatment after that and how you actually make sure that family members then are able to be screened and monitored going forward. And this new technology or new approach to technology, anywhere in Nova Scotia, people can be screened.
Yeah, you just provide a little bit of genetic material and then it's screened, and you can be literally from anywhere, and it moves things along so quickly. I love that. All right, so Susan, again, where do you get your tickets?
QE2homelottery.com. Don't forget, midnight tonight, early bird prize.
Fantastic. You can get that Audi and Fiji, plus all the other prizes. They've actually given us a little bit of extra time. Mark that on the calendar, Susan. We have extra time. What is your, we talked about location, but the house itself, what's your favorite feature?
I actually love this kitchen into the living room. I love that the dining room's off to the side. So you're really in the living room. It feels like a family cozy space, warm and comfortable.
It really does. The kitchen's gorgeous. Finishing. Oh, by the way, it comes fully furnished, so everything it's fully. They hand you a key, basically. Then you
bring your suitcase.
I love the primary suite.
Yes.
Glorious.
Exactly.
Oh my! It just flows into the bathroom.
Spa-like bathroom.
I'll tell you something else about this house that sets it apart from many of the homes. So much storage.
Yes.
Storage for days.
Exactly.
And if you're kind of handy, there's a utility room downstairs that is just set up your tool bench and everything's there.
That's right. That's right. It's beautiful. And the one in Fall River, also stunning home. It comes with a pool. So the prizes are amazing, but the prize for healthcare is the best.
That is right. Everybody wins.
That's
all right. We put the information on our website. What's the website again, though, in case people want to visit it?
QE2homelottery.com.
Okay, so Latavia would be getting in the pool today.
Well, I will be, Crystal. Taking a look at our weekend forecast for New Brunswick. Today, showers clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Really warm daytime highs across New Brunswick today, a high of 17. 13 degrees on Saturday, mainly sunny skies. Showers arrive into the evening. Showers continue in the forecast on Sunday, a high of 13. Yet again, evening showers and or flurries. For Nova Scotia, looking at 13 degrees, showers clearing, leaving cloudy skies. On Saturday, sunshine for much of the province. We do have showers remaining into the southern region of the province. And then on Sunday, Sunday, 12 degrees with showers yet again. Prince Edward Island, 9 degrees today, showers clearing, leaving cloudy skies. 9 degrees on Saturday, mainly sunny skies, evening showers. Isolated showers set off the day. Sunday will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 16.
Still ahead, give it up for Joey Bats, Suzette's one-on-one conversation with six-time MLB All-Star and Toronto Blue Jays great José Bautista. Their conversation about baseball, the bat flip, and his work beyond the diamond, coming up in the last 30 minutes of Your Morning Atlantic.
Welcome back, Atlantic Canada. It is cusping on 8:30, 9 o'clock if you're in Newfoundland and parts of Labrador. And Amanda, you had a good interaction with Joey Bats last night.
Yes, I did. It was awesome. I was so nervous. It was great, though. He's so nice.
He's so lovely.
And funny. Yeah, had the opportunity to meet him and just say thanks for coming here and thanks for all you did.
Thanks for all you've done.
Thanks for all you've done.
I think the first thing I said to him was like, thank you for that Joey Bats flip night because I made $700 working at a bar in downtown Toronto that night.
Really?
So, that was the first thing I said to him. He was like, well, you're welcome.
Oh my, okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I was there with Liz Rigney, our colleague, who also did a beautiful rendition of Oh Canada last night as well.
Oh, wow. Stunning. It gave me chills. I've heard Liz sing so many times, but hearing her sing it like that loud and proud, whew.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I had told her, I said, I brought a couple hats for him to sign for my dad and I. And so when I'm meeting Jose, I'm just like, hi, how are you? Da, da, da. And
so cute.
And Liz, she goes, she's got hats for you. Can you sign hats for her? And I was like, if you don't mind, like, please, if it's okay.
And he was like, well, no, because you didn't ask.
Exactly.
That's fair. He's like, you made her ask. I'm not going to sign them for you if you didn't ask.
Yeah, I know. So I did. But he was really funny and great about it. And like one of the first things I did after meeting him is I sent my dad a message and sent him the photo and the hats and says, look what I got for you. And like, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome night.
I sent my sister, who is a huge Blue Jays fan, her and her whole family, I sent them the photo of us with Joey Bats, and she was like, Joey Bats! Also, you look great. But it was Joey Bats
did
first.
Look great. Yes, yeah. It was awesome. So, yeah, sorry.
I was going to say, you guys stayed out for a good reason. Got to hang out with legends.
Absolutely. Yes. And Suzette had a conversation with them.
Yes.
Probably the ultimate Jays fan that we have around here.
These here parts.
She was glowing afterwards. She says he was so kind with his time and patient and nice. And that conversation is going to be coming up here in 15 minutes.
So stay with us.
On Your Morning Atlantic. So stay with us because we cannot wait.
Is it baseball weather? For vampires. For vampires.
Yeah, for vampires.
Yeah.
They love baseball.
They love baseball.
Well, they are known for their love of baseball, are they? Vampires?
The vampires.
The ones in Twilight, at least, yes.
Because the storms, they can hit the ball hard and far.
And no one would notice.
Exactly.
What are you two talking
about? Twilight? No? Just us? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I know the Twilight, but anyways.
Well, as you just saw over in St. John's, Newfoundland, a foggy, cloudy, wet start to the day. We are seeing showers over there today. Active weather across much of the region. As of right now, temperatures slowly rising. 9 degrees in Fredericton, 8 in Charlottetown, 5 degrees in Halifax with 4 in Sydney. Over to the wind chill, factoring in for Newfoundland and Labrador, but temperatures will rise there as well. Seasonal to above seasonal for much of our daytime highs. Showers and or flurries for Newfoundland. Snow starting off the day in Labrador. That will clear out into the mid to late afternoon. For the Maritime region, showers, a risk of thunderstorms. That will clear as well. Some areas will see sunshine into the afternoon. And pretty light wind for all 3 maritime provinces today. 19 kilometers per hour in Edmundston, 15 in Woodstock, as well as Sydney, 13 into North Cape and Grand Etang with no wind gusts to report. We'll take one last look at your weather just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
CUPE says 4 more long-term care homes in Nova Scotia are poised to join ongoing labor action next week. Union officials say that will increase the number of striking long-term care workers from the current 2,400 to more than 3,000. On Thursday, workers at Pictou County's Valley View Villa became the 25th home to join the strike. The government has said it's offering wage increases of 12% over 4 years, with even higher raises for some workers. A man charged with first-degree murder in the death of a Moncton woman made a brief court appearance Thursday morning. Devlin O'Blennis has been charged with first-degree murder in the death of Melissa Price. The body of the 39-year-old was found in a garbage bin in the city back in February. O'Blennis has not entered a plea. His lawyer told court the disclosure process has yet to begin, and the case was adjourned until May. Leandra Beaulieu, the other person charged with first-degree murder in the case, is also due back in court next month. An important note for commuters in the Halifax area. One of the harbour bridges will be closed to all traffic this weekend. The McDonald Bridge will be closed beginning tonight at 8 p.m. and it's going to stay closed and not reopen until Monday at 5:30 a.m. Halifax Harbour Bridges says this is for maintenance work on the Halifax Tower. The bridge's pedestrian walkway and bike lanes, those will also be closed for the weekend. Free transit tickets are being offered for those commuters. Meantime, the McKay Bridge, it will remain open. For the most part, you'll be paying a little less to fill up at Maritime pumps. In Nova Scotia Zone 1, price of gas did not change. It rests at $1.78.7. Meantime, diesel slipped by 1.1 cents. The minimum price in the Halifax area, $2.11.2. In PEI, gas fell by 3.4 cents a litre. The minimum price now $1.86.8. Biggest drop was for diesel on the island. It fell by 12.7 cents. The minimum price now $2.24.1. And in New Brunswick, gas decreased by 3.6 cents a litre. The maximum price $1.80.8. And after decreasing yesterday, diesel actually increased in New Brunswick overnight by 1.9 cents, so nearly 2 cents. The maximum price now $2.25 a litre. Finally, it was a huge night for Maritime sports fans in downtown Halifax last night.
Let's celebrate tonight, 53 years. Please welcome Olympic world champion Jennifer Botterill.
The annual Desjardins Sports Charity Dinner is always hugely popular. This year, no exception, with more than 1,000 people coming together on the Halifax Convention Centre. Along with an amazing meal, the event featured a silent auction with incredible sports memorabilia up for grabs. And as usual, the celebrities, they were a big draw, including 3-time Olympic hockey gold medalist Jennifer Botterill and wrestling legend Bret the Hitman Hart. Doing a Lexter wrestle there. Rod Black also returned as MC.
Well, I've always called this the biggest and best sports dinner in Canada, and I'm lucky enough to go to a lot of them across Canada, but here in Halifax, this is the biggest and best. There is no doubt, and they have a lot of fun. It's a fundraiser, but it's also a fundraiser for Kings Meadow Home, and this home in Windsor, Nova Scotia, has been funded by the Progress Club through the years, and it has helped change lives for so many of the residents who are there. This club has such a huge heart, and not only do they do events like this and they raise money, but they bring in special people like my friend. Come on in. Here he is. Look who's in Halifax.
What's going on?
José Bautista.
What's up, Rod?
Hey, so what do you think so far?
This is great. What an unbelievable event. The production here is unbelievable. Look at all these great individuals here. A big part of the community and the work that they do and give back. It's amazing. I've learned a lot in the last couple of days, and I'm so proud to be a part of this thing.
We're so proud of you. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to flip a bat. How about flipping this mic over to me? Here, take the mic and give me a little flip. Ready?
Let's see.
Okay, ready? There we go.
Okay.
Like he's done that before.
Right? It's like he's known for that or something. Suzette is going to have a conversation with José Bautista in less than 10 minutes. Back to the event. It was hosted by the Canadian Progress Club of Halifax, and it supports charities including Kings Meadow, Progress Place, Special Olympics Nova Scotia, and more. Lots of wonderful, inspirational speeches last night as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We love it. And thanks to Rod Black for giving Nova Scotia that shout out. He's been to a lot of those things, and he knows where the best one is.
Oh, yeah.
I also have a quick shout out to Nancy and Mike, who came up to me in Costco parking lot and said that they watched the show every single morning. And when it turned to 3 hours, Nancy's kids asked her, they're like, Mom, are you going to get up and watch that third hour? And she was like, of course I am. Those are my girls. So, yeah, so had to give a shout out there right quick.
Guaranteed, when I go to Costco, that is when I will run into a viewer.
I love it. It's my favorite. Also, there's a super sweet addition to the family at Madrid's Zoo Aquarium.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. We love it. We love newborn orangutans. Why not, right? The male infant was born on April 2nd, and right now he's just a little more than 3 pounds, but he is growing, and soon they'll invite visitors to help him as well. Look at him. Oh.
It's so hard being so little and growing.
So little.
So cute.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Mom. Hi.
She's like, what's on my face?
She's like, what'd you do? What'd you pull there?
Look at that little thing.
I
She's like,
know.
stop touching my face.
Yeah.
Love it. We love it.
Adorable.
But lots going on in our area as well.
Well, we'll take a look at the community calendar, starting off with the Hideaway Cabaret series returning to Moncton. You can enjoy Broadway hits, hidden gems, and crowd pleasers. The show will be Saturday, April 18th at the Empress Theater at 7:30 p.m. For tickets, head over to the Capitol Theater's website. And you're invited to join in on a polar plunge this Sunday in North Rustico.
Yes.
In support of the Special Olympics PEI, you can head over to North Rustico Beach for 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and take part in the annual tradition. In-person registration starts at 10 a.m. and you can actually take part or cheer on others. And also ahead of Earth Day, excuse me, Virgin Radio and Scotian Shores will host a community cleanup. This will be at Alderney Landing this Sunday. You can come out to Dartmouth from 12 to 2 p.m. Lend a helping hand. The meetup will be in the Alderney Landing parking lot.
I wonder if Luke will be there.
Possibly.
Oh, yes, Luke he used to own Aerobics First.
Yep.
Pimple Road in Halifax, very well known for running in the community and picking up litter.
Well, if you do have an event taking place, send us the details. We'd love to promote it. Your Morning Atlantic at ctv.ca.
All right, thanks so much, Latavia. Up next, the man behind that flip. Oh, it's like fall of 2015. Who could forget that iconic moment?
There it is.
In Canadian sports history, Suzette catches up with José Bautista next.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 8:44. We're taking a live look at Grand Manan. A cloudy, foggy start to the day. We've seen showers already end. It will be cloudy for the remainder of the day and fog will begin to dissipate into the afternoon. As of right now, 8 degrees in Charlottetown with 4 in Sydney, 5 degrees starting off your day in Halifax, 9 in Fredericton, -9 over in Labrador City, and 1 degree into St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have active weather across the region early this morning. Periods of snow for Labrador, for Newfoundland, looking at some flurry activity and or showers. For the Maritime region, showers, a risk of thunderstorms already starting to clear out of New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island. For New Brunswick, we will be seeing some sunshine into the afternoon, but still holding on to some shower activity for the Tri-County area of Nova Scotia. Newfoundland looking at that mixed precipitation, snowfall. That will start to clear out of Labrador into this evening. We will start to see some cloud coverage clear out for the Maritime region and for parts of Newfoundland early Saturday morning. A beautiful sunny day is ahead. Fog will begin to dissipate yet again. If you're wondering about snowfall totals, looking at around 2 to 5 centimeters of accumulation for Newfoundland and Labrador. And for our rainfall outlook, quite light amounts indicated for the Maritime region and only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters of additional precipitation for Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, it's heating up today. We are going to see showers move out, leaving sunshine across the province. Daytime highs will range from 13 to 19 degrees, being the warmest into Fredericton. Prince Edward Island, highs between 7 to 10 degrees. Showers will clear, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, daytime highs will range from 6 to 13 degrees. Showers, a risk of thunderstorms clearing, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. Same thing for the rest of Nova Scotia with shower activity early in the morning clearing, leaving cloudy skies into the afternoon. Daytime highs will range range from 13 to 16. For Labrador City, a high of -2 degrees today. We do have periods of snow. That will clear to the mid to late afternoon, leaving sunny breaks. 7 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland. Showers expected throughout your day. Saturday's forecast is going to be quite lovely. Seasonal to above seasonal daytime highs. Lots of sunshine for much of Atlantic Canada. A bit of flurry activity returns for parts of Labrador. Other than that, Saturday night, we will be seeing another low pressure system make its way over, bringing showers back around. So a wet day ahead on Sunday, but still remaining seasonal to above seasonal for your daytime highs. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Suzette.
From clutch moments to the iconic bat flip, few players have electrified Toronto Blue Jays fans the way former slugger José Bautista has. Good morning, Jose. So nice to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and welcome to Halifax. Nice to have you back here.
Thank you very much.
I want to talk about what you're up to these days because you're the owner of a football club in Vegas. Tell us about that.
Yeah, exciting. Got a couple of different projects, but that's probably one of my main ones. And yeah, I got into it 2 years ago. This is our 3rd season under my ownership, if you want to call it that. And it's exciting, you know, growing a fan base, trying to, you know, rekindle a relationship that might have been lost between the fans and the team in the years prior to us taking over, and it's gone well. We laid the foundation in the last 2 seasons of that, and now looking to grow and keep making it better. Game day experience has been something that we've poured a lot of capital into and improved, so fans are coming out now in larger numbers, and hopefully that continues that trend. And the environment is great. People are having fun at our games, and it's really affordable. And, you know, we just want to be that outlet for families, and it's working out amazing.
That's wonderful to hear. Speaking of great atmosphere, outlet for families, the Blue Jays, I mean, I'm sure every time you walk into the ballpark, you were just there for the season opener a few weeks ago, through the ceremonial first pitch with a bunch of Blue Jays alumni and all-stars. What's it like every time you step into the ballpark? You see your name on the level of excellence, the Hall of Excellence now, and you hear the fans roar. What goes through your mind?
It's amazing. It just tells you how devout the fans are here, not only in Toronto, but all across Canada. Anytime I'm back in the country, you know, I get a great reception everywhere I go, and I feel the love, and I love everybody right back. So when I'm in the stadium and I'm amongst my peers and just have to do some of the alumni events, you know, it's palpable, right? You feel the love for the Blue Jays, you feel the love that people have for us as players, and yeah, I couldn't be prouder of the Blue Jays fan base for the love that they show the team.
That's really wonderful to hear, Jose. Back in October, you threw one of the ceremonial first pitches during the Mariners, during the ALCS. What went through your head? Did it take you back to, you know, 10 years ago or so when you were in that run and you were playing?
Yeah, of course. You know, the stadium was packed, the streets were crowded and flooded with Blue Jays gear. So being out there and trying to get the crowd going was amazing, and I was blessed to have that opportunity. And you know, I gave it my best on the pitch. I threw it as hard as I could, so just to get everybody going. But yeah, it was amazing to be in that moment and just be part of it, right? It's something that I will always appreciate, coming back and spending time with the fans.
Yeah, and I know the fans appreciate it too, and they love seeing you, Jose. Let's go back now in time to 2015 and that iconic bat flip. I know you've talked about it many times. People have spoken to you about it. But for the fans watching this, when you think about that moment and what happened, I know there was obviously a tie game, a lot of intensity. We were all watching it. And you think about how big that moment became, people calling it the bat flip, heard around the world. What goes through your head now when you think about that?
Well, I get to enjoy it now, right? Yeah. At the moment, I was ultra focused, and I try to keep things simple and just kind of calm myself down and breathe, as I normally do when the situation's kind of getting big. So I was focused on the task at hand, and actually I was just trying to hit the ball in the outfield and drive one run in. It just happens that I connected well with it, and it ended up on the other side of the fence. Obviously, that was better for us, and it was a great moment. You know, after 22 years of missing the playoffs and being back in the playoffs, to be able to move on to the next round on a Game 5, you know, late game home run was amazing. So it was a great moment, and I was lucky to be the guy at the plate at that moment.
You sure were. That was incredible. I want to talk a bit about the team this year. Bit of a rough start, a lot of injuries, Jose. But you know, they were kind of slow starting last year too. What are your thoughts right now going into this season for the guys?
No reason to panic. Obviously, we hope that all the guys get back healthy. You want the team to be the team and have our players be the ones there, and not just replacement guys that you get to find to just fill the void. But you know, that comes with that brings up opportunity too. Maybe some of those guys step up, and you know, a new great career for a star player comes out of this. You never know. But ideally, yeah, you want your guys to come back healthy and start playing together. I know the pitching has been a little rocky so far, and it's been that awkward combination of, you know, sometimes you pitch well and then you don't hit. So, but it's still early. The guys will find their rhythm and their groove. They're still a great team. I fully expect them to make another deep playoff run and be in the World Series. So we have an amazing team, and it's just a matter of trust and letting them, this summer, kind of play out and guys to find their stride. So I think no reason to panic. They're going to be just fine.
I think you're right. A lot of baseball left to play.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Jose.
Thank you.
A pleasure to meet you and to chat with you today.
Likewise.
So wonderful. All right, stay with us. The CTV Your Morning Atlantic. We'll be right back.
Yes, it is the QE2 Home Lottery Early Bird Prize. So there are two grand prizes, the $1.4 million lake house in Oakfield Park in place of the cottage, and a $1.6 million show home in Fall River featuring an in-ground pool. Fun fact, early bird prize deadline is midnight tonight, so buy your QE2 home lottery tickets by midnight and you will be included in the draw for the early bird prize, which is an Audi and, you know, a casual trip to Fiji, or a cash prize of a casual $200,000.
You could use that to fill up at the pumps.
You could use that to fill up at the pumps, but I feel like that Audi is probably an EV. Did it look like an EV?
Well, listen,
maybe it's one of those hybrid funds. Yeah. Who's to say? I would take the trip to Fiji.
That would be really nice.
What is Fiji known for?
Ooh, probably great weather. We've been asking our viewers, what's your hometown famous for? This has been really fun. So let's go with Sharon from Fredericton. Says her hometown is Bathurst. Bathurst is known for the creation of the McFlurry at McDonald's.
Is it actually?
Yeah, I remember like a couple years ago.
Yeah. Colin says Cape Horseshoe Lighthouse in Yarmouth.
Okay, okay, not the cat.
Or you could say the Cat Ferry for Yarmouth, yeah. Campobello Island, of course. American President Franklin Roosevelt summered here since he was 1 year old. Very famous for that. Randy says Nakawik is home of the world's largest axe. Can't really pick it up and use it, though. No, it's really cool. Get a photo with it. Sharon says, born in Regina, Saskatchewan, known originally as Pile of Bones. Yep. Buffalo Bones once there, and named the Queen City. It's also the sunniest capital city.
It is.
You two have both worked there.
Fun fact.
Yes, we
I can say it is the sunniest capital city.
Yep, known for its bunnies.
Yes, bunnies everywhere.
Adorable. Nicole from Truro, underwear, LOL. She's talking about Stanfields, of course.
Okay, okay.
Tony, known for Heart of the Valley Day from Middleton. Wow. We have a lot, too, coming up. Luke from St. Francois de Madawaska. Monument of a large chicken can be found there.
Wow.
Didn't know that. Finally, Jessica from Sydney, hometown's New Waterford. It's known for the Coal Bowl and Coal Dust Days. Big tournament there. Happens every year. Huge crowds.
I love it. We got so many answers for this one. This was so fun. It was so fun to learn about all of your places.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. A lot of fun. Pictou County Pizza. Shout out to everyone from Pictou County. We got that answer, too.
Amazing.
Spring Hill, Anne Murray. We can go on.
We can go on and on and on.
And of all the famous people here at CTV Atlantic, in front of your cameras and behind the scenes, this is look everyone here who makes all of our shows possible, keeps our website going. Well, we want to thank you all so much for joining us on this Friday. Brienne, thanks for coming in early to join us, too.
Anytime.
Always a pleasure.
Have a good day and a good weekend.